God tayo, mali. Mali tayo. Ilang taon na natin.
Hindi, tinatanong ko ano. Pero sa akin, may Isabela City. Doon ko nilalagay dito.
Session is called to order. All please rise for a minute of silent prayer.
Hindi na yun yung problema. Yung problema ng co-op, hindi naman motive. Hindi naman.
Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we defer the calling of the roll. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the approval of Journal Number 4 of July 29, 2019. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved, and Journal Number 4 of Monday, July 29 is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we hold the reference of business. With that, could the Secretary General be directed to read the title of bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications and committee reports? So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved, and the Secretary General is directed to read the bills and resolutions on first reading for referral to the appropriate committees.
Reference of business, bills on first reading. House Bill number 2552, 2610, and 2657, establishing the Coconut Farmers and Industry Development Trust Funds. Representative Garin Sharon, Halus Hos, D. Ian.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 2553, amending Section 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 37, 38, 39, 42, 51, 52, 54, 56, 57, 73, 108, 121, 122, 123, 174, 176, 179, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, and 199, and repealing sections 127, 175, 177, 178, 180, 192, and 193 under RA 8424 as amended. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
House Bill number 2554, amending section 4, 5, 20, 22, 27, 28, 34, 40, 50, 73, 112, 117, 204, 222, 237, 237A, 255, 256, 257, 258, 260, 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266, 275, 288, 290, and adding section 6A, 282A, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300, 301, 301A, 301B, 302, 303, 304, 305, 306, 307, 308, 309, 310, 311, 312, 313, and 314 under the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
House Bill number 2555, amending section 141, 142, and 143 of RA 8424 as amended. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
House Bill number 2556, establishing a national program for the malunggay industry. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill number 2557, establishing the fiscal regime of the mining industry. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
House Bill number 2558, promoting the scientific propagation, processing, utilization, and development of Philippine native animals. Representative Garin Sharon.
to the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill number 2559, reviving the ROTC in all senior high schools and public and private educational institutions as a mandatory requisite for graduation. Representative Villago.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill number 2560, declaring robbery in banks and other entities or facilities offering loans or credit and other finance-related services a heinous crime. Representative Villago.
to the Committee on Justice,
House Bill number 2561, granting full government subsidy to cancer patients. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill number 2562, requiring CCTV owners to yield information or recorded data on the commission of a crime upon request of the proper investigative body or competent court. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Justice,
House Bill number 2563, institutionalizing awareness and grassroots advocacy and tightening the issuance of credit cards. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries,
House Bill number 2564, providing the resettlement aid rehabilitation services for the underprivileged and homeless citizens affected by the demolition along danger areas and public places, as well as the victims of disasters and calamities and those affected by the government infrastructure projects in Metro Manila. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Housing and Urban Development,
House Bill number 2565, requiring every major business establishment located in central or core business district area to install in its place a business operation, a CCTV camera, and every minor business establishment on optional basis. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill number 2566, protecting passengers of jeepneys against overcharging of transport fares. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill number 2567, mandating owners or operators of freight and passenger service to conduct preventive maintenance of their motor vehicles. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill number 2568, mandating the Bureau of Immigration to implement a state-of-the-art method of documenting persons, withhold departure orders, and identity clearance. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Justice,
House Bill number 2569, authorizing MMDA and Metro Manila Development Committee operatives to commandeer any or all private vehicles and or heavy equipment machines for the purposes of saving lives during emergency cases. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Disaster Management,
House Bill number 2570, ensuring that government specialty hospitals, medical centers, institute, or sanitaria effectively implement pay what you can policy for poor patients. Representative Castelo.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill number 2571, establishing the Office of Environment in every LGU in the Philippines for the management of a common environmental strategic plan. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 2572 banning the funeral agent from entry into any hospital with the intent of having a family member of a dying or terminally ill patient sign a contract. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2573 providing benefits for juvenile prisoners, thereby promoting children's right and health care. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 2574 authorizing the DBM to earmark sufficient funds for calamity grant to government employees at both the national and local levels. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 2575 prohibiting private contractors in road-related projects of government from flooding manholes and drainage inlets. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2576 rationalizing the compensation and other benefits of barangay officials and barangay workers. Representative Gomar.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2577 instituting a new water code. Representative Paduano.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2578 establishing the Drug Price Regulatory Board to regulate the prices of drugs and medicines in the Philippines. Representative Biron.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 2579 institutionalizing the benefits and privileges of the Sangguniang Kabataan officials. Representative Biron.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2580 mandating the disclosure of the nutritional contents of standard menu items in chain restaurants and similar retail food establishment. Representative Nieto.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2581 increasing the salary grade of public school teachers from salary grade 11 to 15. Representative Nieto.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 2582 increasing the bed capacity of the lying-in clinic in Rizal, Palawan from 10 beds to 20 beds, upgrading its service facilities and professional healthcare services. Representative Abueg Zaldivar.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2583 declaring June 28 of every year special non-working holiday in the Brooks Point, Palawan in commemoration of its founding day. Representative Abueg
To
Zaldivar.
the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2584 declaring May 15 of every year a special non-working holiday in Quezon, Palawan in commemoration of its founding day. Representative Abueg Zaldivar.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2585 renewing the franchise granted to Golden Broadcast Professional Incorporated. Representative Jimenez.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill number 2586, 2725, and 2887, creating the Department of Water Resources and Services Management, the Water Regulatory Commission, and the National Water Corporation. Representative Romero, Nograles, Jericho, and Nieto.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2587, providing for the National Disaster Resiliency Act. Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 2588, providing for a National Disaster Resiliency Fund. Representative Romero.
The Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 2589, 2644, and 2724, separating establishing national high schools, annex extensions in the provinces of Palawan, Negros Occidental, and Lanao del Norte, and converting them into independent national high schools. Representative Acosta, Fer Juliet, Demaporo Abdullah, and Demaporo Khalid.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2590, establishing an extension office in the Regional Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Representative Acosta.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 2591, amending Section 440 of Republic Act 10863. Representative Atienza.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 2592, amending Section 2 of Presidential Decree 1616. Representative Atienza.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2593, prohibiting the privatization of public hospitals and public health facilities. Representative
To
Atienza.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2594 and 2595, returning the administration, control, and management of Luneta Park and the Club Intramuros Golf Course to the City of the Government of Manila. Representative
To
Atienza.
the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2596, creating the Metropolitan Manila Government. Representative
To the Committee
Atienza.
on Local Government.
House Bill number 2597, the Magna Carta for Forest Rangers, Representative
To
Atienza.
the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 2598, providing a 5-year tax holiday for the horse racing industry, Representative Atienza.
To the Committee on Games and Amusements.
House Bill number 2599, amending certain sections of Republic Act number 4200, Representative
To the
Hernandez.
Committee on Dangerous Drugs.
House Bill number 2600, prescribing stiffer penalties for the crimes of delivering prisoners from jail and infidelity in the custody of prisoners, Representative Acop.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 2601, 2615, 2699, 2721, and 2749, providing all barangay officials and employees a lump sum gratuity retirement
Itong
pay,
70-30 na
incentives, compensation, and increasing the honorarium and Christmas bonus. Representative Acop, Mariano Hernandez, Panotes, Gonzaga, and Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2602, reorganizing the Interagency Committee Tobacco to ensure compliance with Article 5.3 of the World Health Organization Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. Representative Acop.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2603, declaring the Board of Trustees for Veterans of World War II as a public office and the funds entrusted to it as public funds. Representative
To the
Acop.
Committee on Veteran Affairs and Welfare.
House Bill number 2604, providing guidelines for the establishment and operation of local colleges and universities. Representative Acop.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill number 2605, converting the Medina Hospital to an extension hospital of the Northern Mindanao Medical Center in Medina, Misamis Oriental. Representative Unabia.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2606, institutionalizing the Mentor Me program and for micro and small enterprises and classifying as organic employees of the DTI the business counselors of the negosyo centers. Representative Unabia.
To the Committee on Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development.
House Bill number 2607, to establish the Magna Carta for Barangays. Representative Xiao.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2608, 2647, 2727, 2874, 2888, and 2890, postponing resetting the May 2020 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. Representative Bolilla, Deloso Montalia, Gatchalian, Fortuno, Sarmiento, and Nieto.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill number 2609, granting postgraduate scholarship to public elementary and high school teachers in the state of colleges and university. Representative
To the
Bolilla.
Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill number 2611, mandating all national and local government-owned buildings to install and utilize on-grid solar energy systems. Representative
To
Colliante.
the Committee on Energy.
House Bill number 2612, to establish the Magna Carta for Barangays. Representative Nograles Jericho.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2613, mandating the institutionalization, development, training, organization, and administration of basic ROTCs in grades 11 and 12 in public and private educational institutions. Representative Nograles Jericho.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2614, increasing the bed capacity of the Bay District Hospital in Bay Laguna from 25 to 50 beds, upgrading its professional healthcare services and facilities. Representative Mariano Hernandez.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2616, rationalizing local taxation, amending for the purpose section 150, chapter 1, title 1, book 2 of Republic Act number 7160 by Mariano Hernandez.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2617, establishing the Philippine Corn Research Institute by Representative Albano Antonio and Albano Rodolfo.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 2618, allowing and regulating the use of motorcycles as PUV by Representatives Albano Antonio and Albano Rodolfo.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 2619, defining the national taxes revenue base and enhance the just share from the national taxes of LGUs and rename the internal revenue allotment to national tax allotment by Representative Albano Antonio.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 2620, providing for standards for the practice of rehabilitation medicine by Representative Albano Antonio and Albano Rodolfo.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 2621, strengthening the constitutional rights of government employees to self-organization, collective negotiation, and peaceful concerted activities and use of voluntary modes of dispute settlement by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 2622, establishing the National Research Development Extension Center for Banana by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 2623, providing civil service eligibility and permanent appointment to all government casual and contractual employees who have rendered at least 5 years of outstanding government service.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 2624, amending certain sections of Republic Act number 2640 by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Veteran Affairs and Welfare.
House Bill number 2625, regulating cockfighting by Representative Lagun.
To the Committee on Games and Amusements.
House Bill number 2626, establishing an efficient system to strengthen workers' right to self-organization and collective bargaining by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2627, fixing the provisional period of employment of academic personnel in private schools by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2628, granting cooperative member workers the right to self-organization by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2629, allowing aliens to exercise the right to self-organization and withdrawing regulation of foreign assistance to trade unions by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2630, strengthening union organization and disallowing cancellation of union registration by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2631, strengthening the workers' right to strike by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2632, limiting the power to assume jurisdiction over labor disputes involving essential services by the President of the Philippines by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2633, protecting employees in cases of merger or consolidation, sale or transfer of all or substantially all assets or businesses of their employers by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2638, establishing the Southern Tagalog region to be known as the Calabar Zone region. Representative Nograles 1.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2638, establishing the Southern Tagalog region to be known as the Calabar Zone region. Representative Nograles 1.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill number 2646 and 2875, creating, establishing the National Academy of Sports as an attached agency of the Philippine Sports Commission. Representative Deloso Montalia and Puno.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill number 2648, establishing the Linya ng Likhang Bayan Institute to ensure the protection, promotion, and development of our country's communal tradition. Representative De Venecia.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2653, creating the Abra River Basin Development Authority. Representative Bernos.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2654, establishing a government center for satellite offices of the national government agencies in La Paz, Abra. Representative Bernos.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 2661, amending RA number 8972. Representative C.
To
Alvarado.
the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 2662, providing protection to consumers by expanding the definition of basic necessities and prime commodities. Representative C.
To
Alvarado.
the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill numbers 2667, 2706, 2800, 2814, 2823, 2865, 2885, 2886, and 2932 to 2942, converting local extension roads in the provinces of Negros Occidental, Cagayan, Misamis Oriental, Albay, Sorsogon, Metro Manila, and Bacolod. Representative Alvarez Genaro, Limcay Chong, Cuaresma, Rodriguez, Cabredo, Salceda, Escudero, Malapitan, and Gasataya.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2669, requiring all public utility agencies and companies or corporations, both public and private, to repair any digging or deconstruction made in the course of their installation or maintenance work. Representative D. Faustino Michael.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2675, establishing the annual cash grant to farmers and fishermen living below the poverty line. Representative Talyado.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill number 2676, regulating the outdoor advertising and billboard industry. Representative Talyado.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 2681, lowering the optional retirement age of government workers from 60 to 56 years old. Representative Silverio.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2682, providing the comprehensive renal replacement therapy for patients with end-stage renal disease in national, regional, and provincial government hospitals. Representative Silverio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2687, granting special financial assistance and benefits to volunteer firefighters who perish or sustain injuries while saving lives and properties during fires or calamity. Representative Gasataya.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 2688, creating the Metropolitan Bacolod Development Authority. Representative Gasataya.
To the Committee on Local Government and the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2693, integrating local history in the teaching of Philippine history, social science into the curriculum of public and private elementary and high school education. Representative Gasataya.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2694, establishing a University of the Philippines campus in Bacolod City. Representative Gasataya.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill number 2700, institutionalizing the barangay health workers, providing a monthly honorarium in addition to incentives and benefits granted under Republic Act number 2883. Representative Panotes.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2701, granting 20% discount on transportation fares. Representative Panotes.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2705, granting incentives to subdivision homeowners associations to develop and maintain forested areas within their subdivisions. Representative
To
Cuares.
the Committee on Housing and Urban Development.
House Bill number 2707, increasing the age of determining statutory rape and other acts of sexual abuse and exploitation to below 18 years old and provide stronger protection for children. Representative Cuaresma.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 2712, requiring a legislative franchise as a prerequisite to the issuance of a mineral agreement or financial and technical assistance agreement for any mining project in the Philippines. Representative Cuaresma.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 2713, amending further sections 35 of Republic Act 8424. Representative
To
Cuaresma.
the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 2718, 2882, 2949, creating, merging, dividing barangays in the province of Compostela Valley, Caloocan, Metro Manila, and the province of Ilocos Norte. Representative Gonzaga, Malapitan, Fariñas Ria, and Fariñas Rudes Caesar.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2719, granting hazard pay to all public prosecutors in the Philippines during their incumbencies. Representative
To the
Gonzaga.
Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 2726, Magna Carta for Barangay Officials. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2728, establishing the Overseas Filipinos Workers Hospital. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2733, enforcing the constitutional right to free exercise of religion by students of public schools. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2734, establishing a national program that will provide pregnant women with alternatives to abortion. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill number 2739, facilitating and regulating international disaster relief and initial recovery assistance. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 2740, promoting research on dystonia. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2745, directing the Philippine Sports Commission to establish a program to support research and training in detecting the use of performance-enhancing drugs by athletes. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill number 2746, establishing the National Education Coordinating Councils. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2752, establishing the Mercury Exposure Information Program. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2753, providing the modernization of the National Mapping and Research Information Authority. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 2758, mandating that all illegal wood products confiscated by the DENR be donated to the DepEd to be used for the construction of school facilities. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 2759, establishing within the DOH a permanent council on nutrition and health. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2764, creating the Code Commission of the Philippines to review and codify Philippine laws. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 2765, strengthening drug prevention and control. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Dangerous Drugs.
House Bill number 2769, providing the establishment and construction of an international airport in the center of Mindanao. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 2770, regulating establishment and operations of health maintenance organizations. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2771 and 2842, promoting entrepreneurship by strengthening, empowering, and enhancing the financial programs for micro, small, and medium enterprises. Representative Salceda and Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development.
House Bill number 2774, instituting the Former Prisoners Employment Program. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2775, institutionalizing the payment of zakat by Muslims in the Philippines, creating the Philippine Bait ul Mal. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Muslim Affairs.
House Bill number 2780, requiring the mandatory labeling of food products and their alternatives, and agricultural products, among others, containing genetically modified organisms or those produced by genetic engineering and technologies. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 2781, providing the legal framework and mechanisms for the creation, operation, administration, and coordination of the Philippine Book Publishing Industry Development Center. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2787, strengthening the government service insurance system. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2788, establishing and maintaining the Office of Veterans Affairs in the Philippine Embassy in the United States of America. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill number 2793, creating the Cagayan de Oro River Basin Development Authority. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2794, mandating the designation of 1 meter lane in all national arterial and secondary roads in Cagayan de Oro, exclusively for the use of motorcycles and bicycles. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 2798, providing for the construction of the Cagayan de Oro Skyway. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2799, providing for the construction of a superhighway, creating 4 provincial capitals in Caraga and Northern Mindanao regions to the Lagundian International Airport. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2805, providing a ban on the dumping of sewage sludge, industrial waste into the sea. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Ecology.
House Bill number 2806, granting PWDs who are self-employed a 70% government subsidy for their monthly premium contributions to the Social Security system for the first 3 months of coverage. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill number 2810, establishing resource development and crisis assistance centers for women and children in every province and city of the country. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill number 2811, regulating the production, importation, sale, provision, use, recovery, collection, recycling, and disposal of plastic bags. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Ecology.
House Bill number 2827, creating the Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources.
House Bill number 2828, strengthening the Witness Protection, Security, and Benefit Program. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 2834, adopting retail price maintenance and uniform discounting scheme in the book trade with the end view of ensuring affordable, accessible, and quality education materials to be used by private and public schools. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2835, establishing multidisciplinary research centers regarding women's health and disease prevention and conducting a research program on hormone disruption. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2840, defining the rights and duties of entrepreneurs, the commitments of the state in providing a business-friendly environment, creating the Presidential Commission for Business Concerns. Representative
To
Rodriguez.
the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 2841, providing for motorcycle lanes on all main roads and highways throughout the country. Representative Rodriguez.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 2847, amending certain provisions of RA 9372. Representative
To
Villafuerte.
the Committee on Public Order and Safety and the Committee on National Defense and Security.
House Bill number 2849 and 2891, providing institutionalizing for the establishment of malasakit centers in all public DOH, LGU, state university and college, and the DND hospitals in the country to complement the implementation of RA number 11223. Representative Villarasa Suarez, Suarez David, and Nieto.
Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2853, increasing the grant given to senior citizens from 20% to 30% discount on all purchases of certain goods and services. Representative Villarasa Suarez and Suarez David.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill number 2854, upgrading the minimum salary grade of government nurses from salary grade 11 to 15. Representative Nieto.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 2860, granting 1,000 pesos monthly allowance and additional incentives to all barangay tanos. Representative Lim.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 2861, establishing a local government resettling program that implements the on-site, in-city, or near-city strategy for informal settler families and mandating the relocating LGUs to provide basic services and livelihood components. Representative Salo and Nograles 1.
To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development.
House Bill number 2866, creating the National Renewable Energy Resource Institute. Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Energy.
House Bill number 2867, creating the National Academy of Sports Development for high school students. Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill number 2872, authorizing the payment of centenarian cash gift in 3 tranches. Representative Fortuno.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill number 2876, rationalizing the powers of the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. Representative Hernandez.
To the Special Committee on Basis Conversion.
House Bill number 2883, renaming the Dr. Jose N. Rodriguez Memorial Hospital in the city of Caloocan into Dr. Jose N. Rodriguez Medical Center. Representative Malapitan.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2889, providing for additional support and compensation for educators in basic education. Representative Nieto.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 2895, rationalizing the economic regulation of water utilities, creating the Water Regulatory Commission. Representative Ramiro Sato.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization and the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 2896, requiring all members of the different law enforcement agencies of the government to wear body-worn cameras during the conduct of their operations. Representative Cabo Chan.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 2902, providing broader protections to consumers. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 2903, requiring the disclosure of the presence or absence of gluten in food products for the protection of those diagnosed with celiac disease. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2908 mandating the posting of signage or notice of the presence of indoor CCTVs in all government and private establishments. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 2909 granting the NTC direct regulatory power and to impose fine and revoke franchise of airing telecommunications companies or any of its service providers on unsolicited or unwanted message or material via text to mobile phone users or subscribers. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill number 2914 increasing the monthly income benefits for work-related permanent disability and death of workers and employees. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill number 2915 rationalizing the House of Representatives in order to modernize and put in place a more advanced system of calling the roll and determining parliamentary votes during sessions. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 2919 taxing 20% of lotto earnings, 10% of which for housing and other 10% for education. Representative
To
Castelo.
the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 2920 establishing a reliable national database of police shootings and other deaths in law enforcement custody. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 2926 requiring all government and private hospitals, medical centers, clinics, infirmaries, and pediatrical centers to give free medical and dental assistance to indigent children. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 2927 penalizing all advertising agencies that exploit women and glorify sexual violence in their advertisements. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill number 2931 increasing the penalty for the crime of carnapping. Representative Castelo.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 2943 establishing a comprehensive training program for teachers of children with disability. Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 2948 enhancing public safety at the local level by establishing and maintaining a Department of Public Safety in every province, city, and municipality. Representative Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rude Caesar.
To the Committee on Local Government and the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 2950 declaring January 18 of every year a special non-working holiday for all kasambayas in the entire country to be known as Araw ng Kasambahay. Representative Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rude Caesar.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 2951 strengthening national security by providing for the electric surveillance of foreign entities under certain conditions. Representative Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rude Caesar.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety and the Committee on National Defense and Security.
Resolutions. House Resolution 97 directing the CHED to conduct an inquiry into the capacity of the CHED to effectively regulate increases in tuition and other school fees imposed by higher educational institutions and inadequacies and limitation of CHED Memorandum Order Number 3, Series of 2012 as amended by CHED Memorandum Order Number 8, Series of 2012 and introduce measures to ensure that such increases are warranted, justifiable, accountable, and transparent by Representative Fortun.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 99, congratulating the Iglesia Ni Cristo for marking its 105th anniversary in the Philippines, where it first emerged, as it continues to carry out its successful intensive worldwide propagation of God's words and international aid to humanity by Representative C. Alvarado.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 101, directing the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to conduct an inquiry on the mandate, functions, programs, initiatives, and capacity of the Commission sa Wikang Pilipino to preserve and promote the Philippines' local languages by Representative Fortun.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 105, supporting the unity statement of various student and youth leaders and formations against the implementation of mandatory ROTC in senior high schools by Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Resolution 106, urging the members of the House to call for the immediate review and removal of the K-12 program by Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 107, commending and congratulating Eugene Rivera, Josel Kent Manzareno, and Kate Russell Cadores for having 3 minor planets named after them, for winning second place in the Energy Physical category of the 2018 Intel International Science and Engineering Fair by Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Science and Technology.
House Resolution 108, urging the Committee on Higher and Technical Education to probe into, content, and revoke the memorandum released by CHED and UNIPAS allowing 141 fees to be collected despite pre-tertiary education and other school fees law by Representative
To
Ilago.
the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 112, urging the House to condemn and to investigate through the Committee on Human Rights the extrajudicial killing of human rights lawyer Attorney Anthony Trinidad on July 23, 2019 in Gihulngan City, Negros Oriental by Representative Ilago, Castropran, Zarate, Gaiti, Culyamat, and Brosas.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 113, directing the Committee on Human Rights to investigate the harassment, arrest, and false charges versus Miles Albasin and 5 other fellow young activists at Sitio Talingting, Barangay Luyang, Mabinay, Negros Oriental, last March 3, 2018 by Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 117, commending the youth sector for actively participating in the nationwide People's State of the Nation address on the 22nd of July 2019 by Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 118, commending and congratulating Mr. Feliciano Torres, President and General Manager of Yasaki Torres Manufacturing Incorporated, on his conferment of the Order of the Rising Sun, cold race with neck ribbon by His Majesty the Emperor of Japan by Representative Chepeco.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 119, expressing the full support of the House in the observance of World Tourism Day by Representative Villa.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Resolution 122, congratulating and commending Father Gerard Francisco Timoner III of Camarines Norte as the first Asian head of the Order of Preachers Worldwide by Representative Tallado.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 118, commending and congratulating Mr. Feliciano Torres, President and General Manager of Yasaki Torres Manufacturing Incorporated, on his conferment of the Order of the Rising Sun, gold race with neck ribbon by His Majesty the Emperor of Japan by Representative Chepeco.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 119, expressing the full support of the House in the observance of World Tourism Day by Representative Villa.
Committee on Tourism.
House Resolution 122, congratulating and commending Father Gerald Francisco Timoner III of Camarines Norte as the first ASEAN head of the Order of Preachers Worldwide by Representative Tallado.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 123, calling for an investigation on the alleged discrimination of passengers going to and from the province of Nueva Vizcaya by private bus operators flying the Cagayan Valley route by Representative Quaresma.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 124, directing the Committee on Health to conduct an investigation on the national government's efforts and the disbursement of funds to address the dengue national health emergency by Representative Brosas, Zarate, Gaite, Culyamat, and Ilago.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 125, directing the Committee on Natural Resources, the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous Peoples, and the Committee on Local Government to conduct a joint investigation on the impact of mining in the country, its effects to the environment, agriculture, the health of the public, the rights of indigenous peoples, and its contribution to revenues of local government units and the national government, and economic and social development, and to introduce reform measures that will effectively address the weaknesses, shortcomings, and failures of the Mining Act of 1995 and all other mining-related laws, rules, regulations, and issuances, and the insufficiency or absence of institutional mechanisms for effective evaluation and strict regulation of mining operation in the country by Representative Fortune.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 126 urging the Committee on Health to conduct an inquiry on the recent allegations of fraudulent medical claims to PhilHealth and the Committee on Appropriations to conduct a review on the utilization of the corporation's fund by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 127 directing the Committee on Ecology and other appropriate committees to conduct an inquiry on the efforts being done by DENR to ensure the enforcement of our environmental laws on other tourist destinations of the Philippines with the end in view of enacting regulations that will ascertain the sustainability of these tourist areas in consonance with the preservation and protection of our environment by Representative Pineda and Romero.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 128 directing the Committee on Human Rights to conduct an investigation on the spate of killings and other human rights violations in the Negros Island following the issuance of Memorandum Order 32 by Representative Zarate, Gaete, Culiamat, Brosas, and Ilago.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 129 calling on the National Housing Authority to effect and implement a socialized housing program on a parcel of plot also known as the printing site located at Barangay 173 in the city of Caloocan, which is currently being occupied by some 231 informal settler families who have organized themselves into an entity in order to pursue a collective goal to secure and legitimize their tenurial right over said parcel of land by Representative Malapitan.
To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development.
House Resolution 130 urging the Committee on Welfare of Children to conduct an online report by Agence France Press on July 22, 2019 entitled Worse Than Prison, Abuses in Philippine Youth Homes, delineating the abject condition of youth detained in youth detention centers and prescribe countermeasures in order to curtail the same by Representative Castelo.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 131 urging the House Committee on Health to enjoy the DOH to issue official policy statement on or advisory to all public and private hospitals or medical clinics against the rampant violation of the intent and spirit of Republic Act No. 9439 that prohibits detention of patients on grounds of non-payment of hospital bills or medical expenses by Representative Castelo.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 132 urging DPWH to conduct an accessibility audit of all public buildings and infrastructures to address the needs and requirements of PWDs pursuant to Batas Pambansa Bilang 344 by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Joint Resolution Number 6 urging the social security system to release the second tranche of increase in the monthly pension of members not later than January 1, 2020 by Representative Go Mar.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privacy. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we call the roll of members. So move, Mr. Speaker,
Is
Your
there
Honor.
any objection? The Chair hears none. The motion is approved and the Secretary General is directed to call the roll.
Roll call of members. Honorable Representatives Abante, Baya, Abellanosa, Abu, Abueg Zaldivar, Abunda, Acop, Acosta, Costa Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agabas, Agaraw, Aglipay, Ginaldo, Albano Antonio, Albano Rodolfo, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Senaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Andaya, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Mentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Ronda, Berzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Bendigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bulilla, Bondok, Guardado, Bravo, Brosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabutchan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Kawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Maria Laarni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelina, Co Elizalde, Coanco, Collantes, Resorog, Cua, Cuaresma, Cueva, Culyamat, Dagoo, Dalipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalla, De Maporo Abdullah, De Maporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael, D. Ian Paul, Ebcas, Ecleo, Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Ergel, Ermita Buhayin, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas, Ria Cristina, Fariñas, Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Fer Juliet, Fer Luis, Flores, Fong Juan, Fortune, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Magundadato, Marcoleta, Marino Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Momo, Natividad Naganyo, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan Fidel Felipe, Nolasco, Nunez Malanyao, Minal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padiernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Rimulya, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, Saulug, Savellano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuwat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, Si Alvarado, Tadura, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Shari, Tan Tambut, Tejada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T. Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmarior, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva, Brother Eddie, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikurat, Zarate, Zubiri. Is the speaker present? Speakers present. Mr. Speaker, the roll call shows that 257 members responded to the call.
257 members responding to the call. The chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to acknowledge the guests of the Honorable Jose Teves. We have with us Ms. Jen Munar, Mr. Tao Li, Ms. Chen Xiaoyi, and Mr. Liu Ranting.
The guests of Honorable Teves, please rise. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Likewise, Mr. Speaker, we have here the guests of the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite, Bayan Muna Party List. We have with us Mr. Salvador Carranza, Mr. Celso Rimas, Mr. Yolito Fadriquelan, Mr. Rafael Provido, Mr. Paul John Dizon, Mr. Jerome Adonis, and Ms. Jen Pahel.
The guests of the Honorable Gaite are recognized. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
I would like to also acknowledge the guests of the Honorable Lolita Javier, representative of the 2nd District of Leyte. We have here Mayor Sandy Javier, Executive Vice President of the League of Municipalities of the Philippines. Engineer Gerald Pacanan, Engineer Winton Alvero, and Engineer Jerry Lanoy.
We welcome the guests of the Honorable Javier to the House of Representatives. Thank you for your visit.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the change of referral of House Bill Number 6, providing for additional support and compensation for educators in basic education from the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to the Committee on Appropriations.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, with leave of the House, I move that we hold the privilege hour.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite, Bayan Muna Party List, for his privileged speech.
To deliver his privileged speech, the Honorable Ferdinand R. Garte of Party List Bayan Muna is recognized.
Ginoong Speaker, sa ating kapitapitagang mga kinatawan ng 18th Congress, sa ating mga panauhin, mga ginong at ginang. Ginoong Speaker, isa na namang pangako ni Pangulong Duterte ang napako. Noong Hulyo 26, di pinirmahan ni Pangulong Duterte ang panukalang Senate Bill 1826 at House Bill 6908 o Security of Tenure or End of Endo Bill para sa manggagawa sa pribadong sektor. Bagamat sinasabi ni Pangulong Duterte na natili siyang naninindigan sa pagpoprotekta ng karapatan at seguridad sa trabaho, malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw kung kaninong interes nagsisilbi ang naganap na pagvito. Pumalakpak at natuwa ang mga employer at kapitalista. Ngunit umalma at nagalit ang mga manggagawa. Kung ating maalala, tampok na pangako ni Pangulong Duterte noong 2016 na halalan ang pagwakas sa kontraktualisasyon. Marami ang umasa. Pero ngayon, 3 taon na ang nakalipas, dumarami ang nadidismaya, dumarami ang nag-aalsa, dumarami ang lumalaban. Ginoong Speaker, lalong lumalala ang kontraktualisasyon. Ayon sa IBON, isang research institute, may 8.5 milyong manggagawa sa pribado sektor sa milyong manggagawa sa pribado ang kontraktual. Sa hanay naman na mga kawani sa pamahalaan, 800,000 ang tinuturing hindi regular. Ayon sa kilusang Mayo 1, nasa mahigit 26 milyong manggagawa ang tinuturing kontraktual. Hindi napipigilan ng Department Order Number 174 ng Department of Labor and Employment at ang Executive Order 51 ni Pangulong Duterte ang kontraktualisasyon. Pinapayagan pa din ang pag-empleyo ng mga manggagawang kontraktual na idinadaan sa mga service contractors, service providers, service agency o yung naturing job contracting. Sa halip na gawing regular, tinanggal pa ang mga manggagawa. Kinukonsinte ng gobyerno ang malawakang tanggalan. Pumabor sa mga malalaking kumpanyang walang awang inalis ang hanap buhay ng libu-libong manggagawang nagpayaman sa kanila. Konkretong patunay ang karanasan ng ating mga manggagawa sa NutriAsia, sa Sumifru, sa Zagu at Petmaco na nagsipag-aklas dahil sa malawakang kontraktualisasyon, tanggalan at malubhang paglabag sa mga labor standards. Ginoong Speaker, sino ang nagsabing sapat na ang kautusan para ipatigil ang kontraktualisasyon. Subukan lang nilang sabihin ito sa mga manggagawa ng Peerless Manufacturing Corporation o PEPMACO na sa kasulukuyan nakawelga bilang paglaban sa illegal dismissal, malawakang kontraktualisasyon at paglabag sa occupational safety and health standards ng kumpanya. 4 hanggang 2 taon ang naging agency hired at higit 400 manggagawa sa PEPMACO. Sila ang mga manggagawa na mismong naghahalo ng masama sa kalusugang kemikal para sa produksyon ng sabon at detergent. Sila ang gumagampan ng necessary and desirable work. Contractual silang walang katiyakan sa trabaho. Kaya't nung giniit nila ang kanilang karapatan, pinagtatatanggal ng management ang higit 100 manggagawa sa PEPMACO. Ang pinakamasaklap, Ginoong Speaker, sa halip na gawing regular, binaliktad pa ng Department of Labor Regional Office ang ulat ng mga dole labor inspectors. Wala di umanong labor contracting sa PEPMACO. Gayon din sa Sumifro, gayon din sa Zagu. Binaliwala ang ulat ng paglabag sa occupational safety and health standards. Marahas na binuwag ang picket line ng mga manggagawa at marami ang nasugatan, nasaktan dahil lamang sa pagkipaglaban ng mga manggagawa sa kanilang mga karapatan. Bukod sa PEPMACO, may milyon-milyon pang kontraktual na napatunayang nasa ilalim ng illegal na sistemang labor-only contracting. May mga desisyon na para sa regularisasyon pero ayaw pa rin ipatupad ng Department of Labor at ng kanilang mga management. Walang dudang yumuyurak sa karapatan sa regular na trabaho ang kontraktualisasyon. Ang pag-iba at pagpayag sa iba't ibang forma di umano ng kontraktualisasyon ay pagkonsinti sa kontraktualisasyon. Pareho ang epekto at mapait na karanasan ng mga manggagawa sa 2 tipo ng kontraktualisasyon, ang labor-only contracting at job contracting. Kaya dapat lang na pareho itong ipagbawal. Gayon din ang lahat ng forma ng kontraktualisasyon. Ito rin ang dahilan kung bakit tinutulan na Makabayan Block ang huling bersyong lumabas sa Kongreso nang nilabusaw ang unang panukalang inihapag nito. Napakalaki kung gayon ang pangangailangan ng isang batas na tunay na nagtataguyod ng seguridad sa trabaho, ang tuluyang magwawakas sa kontraktualisasyon. Ngunit, hindi ito magiging kaganapan kung magpapatuloy at ang pakikinig at pagsunod ni Pangulong Duterte sa mga lokal at dayuhang kapitalista kagaya ng naganap sa pagveto ng Senate Bill 1826 at House Bill 6908. Nasa interes ng malalaking mga empresa, lokal at dayuhan para sa kanilang dambuhalang tubo ang pagpapatuloy at pagpapalaganap ng kontraktualisasyon. Kasabay ang pagkait ng nakabubuhay na sahod at paglabag sa karapatan sa pag-uunyon. Walang magiging katuparan ang pangakong pagwakas sa ENDO kung patuloy na maninilikluhod ang gobyerno sa mga lokal at dayuhang monopolyong kapital at makapangyarihang mga bansa, maging US man o China at iba pa, susunod sa mga pandaigdigang neoliberal na patakarang nagtutulak ng kontraktualisasyon at iba pang mga kontramanggagawang patakaran. Ginoong Speaker, napakalaki ng hamon sa Kongreso na dalhin at ang kapakanan at interes ng napakaraming mamamayan, lalo na ang ating mga manggagawa. Dapat lamang na bumuo ng panukalang batas na magsasalang-alang sa panawagan ng manggagawa na itaguyod ang seguridad sa trabaho at lubusang wawakasan ang lahat ng forma ng kontraktualisasyon. Mahalagang maging malinaw na ang dapat pangunahin nating pinaglilingkuran ay ang nakararaming mamamayan at manggagawang Pilipino. Tulad na nakasulat sa aking manggas, bayan muna, hindi ang dayuhan, hindi ang iilan. Sa dakong hili, Ginoong Speaker, mamamayan pa rin ang magpapasya. Tinimbang ka, ngunit kulang, nangako ka ngunit semplang. Kung tuluyang mapapako ang pangako ni Pangulong Duterte sa pagwakas ng kontraktualisasyon, kung tatarikdan ng Kongresong ito ang sinumpaang tungkuling uunahin ang kapakanan ng pinagsasamantalang mamamayan, ang kinatawang ito ay naniniwala na nakabantay at tuloy-tuloy nakikilos ang malawak na masang api. Ang uring manggagawa kasama ang mayorya ng mamamayan sa kanilang organisadong lakas ang titiyak ng sa malaot madali na mawawakasan ang kontraktualisasyon, pang-aabuso at pagsasamantala sa kanilang hanay. Wakasan ang kontraktualisasyon, tuloy ang laban ng manggagawang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to acknowledge the Honorable Ron Salo of Kabayan Party List for his interpellation.
The Honorable Ron Salo is recognized for his interpellation.
Mr. Speaker, may I respectfully inquire from the Honorable Gaite of the Bayan Muna whether he's willing to accede to certain queries.
Certainly, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Salo may proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, at the outset, I certainly share the sentiments of the Honorable Gaite in as much as we desire that our workers would really, that there will be more employment opportunities for our people, as well as to ensure the security of tenure of our workers. But nonetheless, may I respectfully inquire some items from the Honorable Gaite. Honorable Gaite, tatanong ko lang po, kaklarify ko lang po siguro, base siguro sa data po ninyo, sa datos na meron po kayo, tatanong ko lang po kung compared po sa ngayong administrasyon po ni President Duterte, compared dun sa mga nakaraang mga administrasyon, kumusta po kaya ang numero ng mga na-regular na empleyado kung tumataas ba ito o hindi?
Batay sa mga nakuha nating mga datos sa Ginoong Speaker, may mga binabanggit ang Department of Labor na umaabot ng 100,000 daw ang sinasabing na regularisa. Ngunit ang katakataka, higit na mas marami pa hanggang ngayon ang nanatiling kontraktual. May mga guests po kami ngayon dyan kasama sa Sumifru, meron kaming guest nung nakaraan sa PEPMACO na nagsasabi na sila ay humiling sa Department of Labor ng inspector or labor inspector na patunayan ng labor inspector na sila ay kontraktual. Pero pagdating sa regional director ng mga naturang opisina ng Department of Labor, binaliktad ang desisyon ng inspektor. Kung kaya't nananatiling kontraktual, ang maraming manggagawa pa rin natin sa kasalukuyan.
Maraming salamat dun sa sagot po ninyo. Sumalinaw din po na inamin po ninyo na sa kasalukuyang administrasyon, mas marami po ang na-regular compared dun sa mga nakarang administrasyon. Susog po doon, itatanong ko rin po kung nabanggit nyo rin po kagalang-galang na Gaite that with respect dun sa mga DOLE inspectors po natin, nabanggit po ninyo na kailangan pa po silang kalampagin para pumunta. At the same time, nabanggit din po ninyo, alam din po ba ninyo na base rin sa datos at tayo rin po ang makapagsasabi po nito na kiniklaim din po ng DOLE na kulang po talaga sila sa tao at the same time ng resources in order for them to perform their mandate in ensuring na yung mga hindi nare-regular na mga kasama po natin, mga manggagawa po natin, ay maproteksyonan yung kailang karapatan. Tama ba yon?
Yan po ang naulat ng Department of Labor.
So lumalabas din na isa sa mga kailangan po talaga ng ating DOLE is exactly providing them more resources in order to ensure na yung kanilang karapatan ay mas maprotektahan. Lumalabas din po siguro na yung batas po natin in that regard is sufficient. It's just that we're lacking the resources in order for them to be able to enforce it properly. Pangatlo,
Ginoong Speaker,
Pangatlo.
hindi sumasapat ang batas ito nga ang pinapanukala na bunga nung napakaraming loopholes o butas ng batas, pinahintulutan yung uri ng pag-contractual na tinatawag nga na labor contracting. Malinaw po sa batas na illegal yung tinatawag na labor-only contracting. Ngunit yung butas ng labor contracting ay isang napakalaking butas na pinahintulutan ang paggamit ng mga agency, ang paggamit ng service contractors, kung kaya't napakahalaga na merong gawin ang kapulungan ito para takpan itong napakalaking butas na ito.
Maraming salamat po, kagalang-galang na Gaite. As a lawyer myself, alam ko rin po na may mga butas po yon, and I completely agree with you na kailangan po nating ayusin po yon. Kailangan po nating takpan, kailangan nating pagandahin ang ang batas para maprotektahan po natin ang ating mga manggagawa. But I note, Mr. Gaite, Honorable Gaite, na ang isa sa mga rason ng ating presidente, according to the President, the current version as was submitted by both houses of Congress, in its form, mas maraming actually workers ang madi-displaced. So, I suppose, ang kailangan po natin sigurong ayusin po rito ay pagbalansehin yung aim po natin to ensure that the workers are more protected, but at the same time, address din po yung concern po ng ating Pangulo na mas mababawasan po actually, mas maraming malilay off, mas maraming matatanggal, mas at the end of the day, hindi ito mas magiging pabor sa pangkabuuan sa ating mga manggagawa.
Mr. Speaker, meron tayong sinumpaang saligang batas na nakasaad sa Article 13, Section 3 na ang Estado o State ay titiyakin na ang ating manggagawa ay entitled to security of tenure, humane conditions of work, and a living wage. Ngayon po, wala po at malayo sa sinasabing balanse, na sinasabing balance between capital and labor, doon sa sinasabing pagpapatupad ng tunay na batas na maglilingkod sa mga manggagawa. Disbalanse ang meron po ngayon tayo. Ang nagtatakda kung sino ang gagawing regular o kontraktual ay kapital. Tungkulin po ayon sa social justice, isang konsepto na dapat ang Estado ay isang instrumento para tiyakin na pangalagaan ang pinaka-aping sektor ng ating lipunan. Tungkulin na natin sila ang bigyan ng kaukulang pansin. Yung kapital, yung mga mayayaman, mga negosyante, sila ang nagtatakda ng batas kung sino ang dapat gawing regular o hindi. Obviously, Mr. Speaker, uunahin nila ang kapakanan ng kanilang kapital, ang kanilang tubo, hindi ang kapakanan ng ating manggagawa.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Gaite. Bago yung panghuli kong tanong, basically, nakikita ko po dito, Honorable Gaite, that the burden now falls on the shoulder of this 18th Congress in order to ensure that the version that we're going to pass would exactly address our concerns of ensuring security of tenure among our workers, but at the same time, mabalanse rin po natin yung concern po natin na mas marami pang mga manggagawa ang maprotektahan din. On the last note, on the last item, tama po ba yung mga nababasa ko na mga artikulo baso sa data that unemployment rate sa panahon ni Pangulong Duterte mas mababa compared sa mga nakaraang mga administrasyon?
Ayon nga sa mga datos na ilabas ngayon ng Philippine Statistics Authority, ng Department of Labor, binabanggit ang bababa daw na bilang ng walang trabaho, gayon din ang sinasabing underemployment. Ngunit, matagal na po namin alam, Mr. Speaker, na kung paano ginagamit yung definition ng walang trabaho sa merong trabaho. Matagal na po namin alam na kapag ikaw daw ay nagtrabaho ng 4 na oras sa isang buwan, tinuturing kang may trabaho. Mr. Speaker, 4 na oras sa isang buwan, sapat ba ang trabaho na ito, lalo na kung pag-uusapan na ang minimum wage ay napakababa? malinaw na itong parameters ng pag-define ng unemployment ay napakalayo sa tunay na kalagayan ng mga manggagawang Pilipino. Kung kaya't matagal na naming binabatikos ang paggamit ng ganitong definition ng unemployment.
With that, maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker, in as much as I heard that the gentleman confirms that indeed unemployment rate in the President Duterte's administration actually is much lower compared to the employment rate in previous administration. But nonetheless, I completely share his sentiments that perhaps there may be a need to revisit the definition of unemployment. But meantime, we conform with the general definition, and the data that speaks before us is that it is much lower compared to the previous administrations. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. That's all.
Maraming
Thank
salamat
you.
po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Lito Atienza of Buhay Party List for his interpellation.
The gentleman from the Buhay Party List, the Honorable Atienza, is recognized for his interpellation.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate in the ongoing debate. And with the kind permission of the gentleman, Congressman Gaiti, this representation would like to ask some questions and explain some of the points that we accept and realize which are beneficial to Philippine labor. The gentleman is actually disagreeing with the presidential veto of the Endo bill. Am I correct to assume that?
Yung version po na nilabas, Mr. Speaker, ay hindi sinang-ayunan nung Bakabayan Bloc, nung nakaraang ika-17 Kongreso. Tama po.
Sa tingin po ba nila ay ito'y makasasama at hindi makatutulong kung ito'y nabito?
Pakiulit po, Mr. Speaker.
Sa tingin po ba nila ito'y nakasasama sa mga manggagawa, mga empleyado, sapagkat nabinbin ang paraan na ang ating mga empleyado ay magkaroon ng mas maayos na trabaho?
Ang lumabas pong version nitong nakaraang Kongreso ay hindi mapupunuan yung pagpapatigil ng kontraktualisasyon. Bunga na nga rin ng pagpasok ng probisyon hinggil sa labor-only contracting na isang napakalaking paraan ng mga malalaking empresa para ipagpatuloy ang kontraktualisasyon.
The gentleman speaks of social justice. Hindi po ba makatarungan yung mabigyan natin ng pagkakataong kumita, maski na hindi sapat sa kasalukuyan, ang ating mga mahihirap na manggagawa na ngayon ay may trabaho, na kapag ka ipinasa natin kaagad ang isang batas na magbabawal sa trabahong casual, temporary, at hindi nabibigyan ng tinatawag natin security of tenure. Sa tingin po ba niyo mas maayos yung ma-day off lahat itong mga casual ngayon at sila ba'y matutulungan ng inyong lingkod, ng inyong tanggapan, at ng sino mang nagsasabing nagdurugo ang aking puso sapagkat ang ating mga manggagawa ay inalisan ng karapatan? At tingin po ba ninyo mas magiging maayos ang bilang na sinabi niyong milyon-milyong Pilipino ang ngayon ay casual?
Mr. Speaker, hindi natin maaaring hiwalay ang usapin ng pagbibigay ng empleyo o trabaho doon sa usapin ng kasiguruhan sa trabaho, nakabubuhay na sahod at makataong pagturing sa trabaho. Hindi pwedeng ihiwalay lang natin na magpasalamat na lamang yung manggagawa at may trabaho ka. Hindi dapat ituring natin na tila masakit pakinggan, ngunit minsan parang tinuturing alipin. Magpasalamat yung alipin at may trabaho siya. Pero kasama lagi sa konsepto ng panlipunang katarungan ang entitlement to a living wage, humane conditions of work, and security of tenure.
Sa pananaw po ng inyong lingkod, lahat tayo rito, halal ng bayan, lahat tayo rito ay may pagmamahal at pagmamalasakit sa kapakanan ng ating mga mahihirap at walang trabaho o kulang sa kinikita. Kaisa na po ang inyong lingkod. I share your concern for our unemployed and underemployed. At hanggang hindi po naiayos ang ating ekonomiya, ay lalaki ng lalaki ang bilang nila. Ngayon po ay dumarami na ang bilang ng mahihirap. Ang sabi po ng 40% ng ating mga kababayang natanong, mas mahirap ang buhay nila ngayon compared to the past. Meaning, unemployment is growing. Sa tingin po ba ninyo solusyon yung ipagbawal natin ang casual employment?
Naniniwala po kami solusyon. Bunga na nga rin ang pinakitang mga datos na yung ating ekonomiya, ayon mismo sa pamahalaan, ay lumalaki. Umaabot ng mahigit 6% ang tinatawag na gross national product. Ibig sabihin, lumalago ang mga negosyo. Ngunit, kung tatanungin ang mga manggagawa, kung sila ba ay naanggihan o naambunan ng sinasabing yaman na nililika ng ating ekonomiya, kung tatawaging ambon yung pagiging kontrakto ng manggagawa, hindi sapat. Kung sasabihing ambon ang mumu na sahod na dinatanggap nila, hindi natin masabing sapat. Kung kaya totoo na kailangan itong mga napakaraming usapin, lalo na yung ating kasiguruhan sa trabaho ng ating mga manggagawa, ay talagang dapat bigyan ng tugon ng Kongresong ito.
Mr. Speaker, the title of that particular bill, Security of Tenure, no one will debate with that. Kailangan ng isang empleyado ay may katiyakan sa sweldo. Kailangan ng isang empleyado ay may katiyakan sa kanyang trabaho. Subalit, kung kayo ay isang casual o contractual, ay talagang ang sinasabi ng batas, legal ang pagiging casual, legal ang pagiging contractual, at wala po naman paglabag sa batas yun. Yun ay paraan upang ang mga walang trabaho ay makapagtrabaho maski na pansamantala. Yun ay paraan upang ang negosyo o ang pinakamalaking employer ng casual ay gobyerno ay magkaroon ng paraan upang maraming mabigyan ng trabaho. Yung po ba ay pinag-isipan din ninyo na kung itong batas na ito ay naisakatuparan, sa tingin po ba ninyo ay magpapatuloy ang employment ng casual o hindi?
Yan nga po yung ating pangunahing tungkulin. Sa matagal na panahon, nalagay sa disbentahe ang mga manggagawa. Nagagamit yung kanilang lakas paggawa para sa kapakanan at kagalingan ng mga malaking negosyo. Ngunit yung panukli ng kasiguruhan sa trabaho, nakabubuhay na sahod, disbalanse in favor ng kapital, hindi po in favor ng mga manggagawa. At yun po yung layunin ng SOT bill.
Yun po isang katagang hindi tinutukoy ang katotohanan. Ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito ay employment. Madaling sabihin, endo, madaling sigaw, end of contract, madaling sigaw, ipagbawal na ang kontrata. Maaari po ba natin gawin yun sa panahon natin ngayon? Madaling gawin yan. Pwede ko isigaw dito. Mahal ko mga manggagawa. Bigyan sila ng 20 mil sa buwan-buwan. Kaya bang gawin yun? Pinag-aralan po ba ninyo na kung sakaling naisabatas yung panukalang yun, lahat ng mga casual na malilay off, mabibigyan kaya ng trabaho? Muli?
Ginong Speaker,
Mabibigay. Pakitukoy nga ninyo, sino kaya ang pwedeng mag-absorb? Sabi nga ninyo, 8 milyon. Sinong negosyante magsasabing, ako natatanggap niyan at magbabayad ako ng walang kontrata, permanent lahat dyan, with benefits. Pero ba kayo alam na kumpanyang sasagot ng problema ngayon?
Ginong Speaker, gusto ko lang po na linawin. Hindi ho ganun kadali sabihin na dapat ipaglaban ang mga karapatan ng mga manggagawa. Patunay po, yung mga kasamahan po namin dito na nandyan ngayon sa gallery, mga manggagawa na kumilos para ipaglaban ang kanilang mga karapatan. Sila ang nagsulong ng mga kilos protesta at welga para ipatupad yung pagpapatigil ng kontraktualisasyon. Ano ang dinanas sila? Sila po ay pinagtatanggal sa trabaho. Sila po ay yung kanilang picket line ay binuwag ng marahas. Hindi po madali na sabihin na itigil ang kontraktualisasyon. Kung kaya naniniwala po ako na kaya ng mga kapital na ibigay ang karapat-dapat sa ating mga manggagawa. Tulad na nabanggit, napakarami ng mga top 1,000 corporations ngayon ang kumikita ng labis-labis habang ang bumo na binibigay sa mga manggagawa ay hindi commensurate o hindi patas. Napakahirap laging sinasabi na meron daw kailangang pagpoprotekta sa ating mga kapital para maibigay yung trabaho. Ngunit tanong pa rin namin lagi, anong uri ng trabaho? Sino ba ang talagang nakikinabang sa lakas paggawa, sa paghihirap ng mga manggagawa? Hindi ba lumalaki ang tubo ng mga kapital? Bakit hindi bumabalik ang lakas ang pinagpawisan, pinaghirapan ng manggagawa, bunga ng kanilang paghihirap? Kung kaya naniniwala pa rin kami na yung SOT bill, ito yung paraan para mabago yung disbalanse ng nagaganap ngayon sa ating mga manggagawang Pilipino.
Sa pananaw po ng inyong lingkod, ang ginawa ng ating Pangulo ay ginamit niya ang kanyang pananaw na malawak, ang kanyang kaalaman na malalim, na hindi magkakaroon ng magandang bunga kung basta na lamang isa sa batas ang isang bagay na magbibigay ng mas maraming problema. It will not solve the problem of unemployment. It will magnify, multiply the unemployed in the country. Hindi po ba yung kontrata na sinasabi nyo, contractual employee ay casual din? Tama po ba yun?
Sa kasulukuyan, may mga iba't ibang katawagan. Tama po kayo, Mr. Speaker, na may sa gobyerno, may tinatawag na casual, contractual, job order, contract of service, emergency hire, memorandum of agreement. Sa private sector, gumagamit ng mga agency na dumadaan sa mga subcontractors para sa trabahong ito. Pero isa lang ang katangian, iba-ibang katawagan, ngunit ang katangian ng trabaho ay contractual.
Sa tingin po ba ninyo, kung ipagbabawal na ang contractual, ay magkakaroon tayo ng mas magandang ekonomiya, mas magandang buhay para sa milyon-milyon ang tinutukoy ninyo? And I agree with you.
Ang kinatuan pong ito ay naniniwala na magkakaroon ng pag-unlad ang ating ekonomiya sapagkat ang mga manggagawa ay may katiyakan sa trabaho, hindi na nag-aagam-agam na pagkatapos ng 5 buwan ay mawawalan sila ng hanap buhay, hindi na nila mapapakain ang kanilang pamilya, wala ng pagkukunan ng ipapakain sa kanilang mga pamilya. Naniniwala kami ng isang ekonomiya ay binibilang bunga ng kung paano ang ating mga mamamayan ay nagkakaroon ng mas mahusay na buhay sa halip na titignan lamang na ang development o yung pag-unlad ng ekonomiya ay bilang ng mga gusaling tumatayo. Kung ilan ng mga kumpanya nagtataasan, kung ilan ng mga tulay na itatayo, ang tunay na sukatan ng pag-unlad ng ekonomiya ay ang pag-unlad ng kanyang mamamayan.
Sa pananaw po namin, Mr. Speaker, uulitin ko, lahat ng mga miyembro ng Kongreso ay may pagmamahal sa kapwa-tao, lalo na yung mahihirap na kulang sa trabaho, kulang sa kinikita. No one in this Congress would be proud to say, I am for unemployment, I am for giving the employee 20,000 a month. Sapagat parang nananaginip tayo. Dahil ang ating trabaho ay pinangungunahan ng tinatawag na pangangailangan at kakayahan. Kapag ang ekonomiya ay malaguna, maaari na po tayong gumawa ng batas. Bawal na casual. Pero ngayong mahirap pa ang buhay ng Pilipino, ang isang taong nagtatrabaho as a casual ay kumikita maski pa paano. Hindi na tayo gumaya ro sa mga ibang bansa na walang minimum wage. Meron tayong minimum wage. Pati yung sweldo ng casual ay isinasaad ng batas. May mga bansang umunlad na nagsimula po sa walang minimum wage. I can cite to you several of them. Walang minimum wage. 1 peso a day ang kikitain kung magtatrabaho. Pero nagtrabaho dahil kailangan kumain. Dumating ang panahon na yung mga bansang yun ay umunlad, wala nang tatanggap ng trabaho for $1 a day. Ngayon, kinakailangan bigyan sila ng $18 an hour. Kailangan bigyan sila ng minimum wage na mataas na sapagkat kaya na ng ekonomiya nila. I am not a Duterte fan. But when he vetoed that bill, I clapped. Why? Because he saved the nation from a disastrous economic dislocation. Kung ipagbabawal ang contractual, kung ipagbabawal ang casual, palagay ko'y walang negosyong matitira sa ating bansa. Yung po ba'y sasagutin ng mga sumisigaw ngayon? Endo. Yan ang isasagot natin. Trabaho. Kayo po ba'y may casual sa opisina ninyo ngayon? Contractual? O wala?
Pakiulit po.
Bawat congressman, gayon. Meron po ba tayong contractual employee?
Meron po tayong tinatawag na coterminus ng mga employees at mga consultants sa bawat opisina.
Meron tayong contractual.
Opo.
At meron po mga casual employees dito. Ibig nyo sabihin, tanggalin na natin lahat yan. Wala na pong tutulong sa inyong tanggapan kapag inalis natin lahat ng mga contractual employees sa ating mga tanggapan. Why are we allowing it? Because it is needed. Pag kailangan, hindi maaaring basta tatanggalin na lang. Kaya nakikita ko po ang kalawakan ng isipan ng ating Pangulo sa pagkakataong ito. He used his wisdom, his experiences, and his genuine concern for the welfare of our people. We cannot just disagree with him, we cannot just denounce him without offering an alternative. Kaya ang tanong ko sa inyo, pag na-lay off po lahat ng casual sa gobyerno, meron po ba kayong may bibigay ng trabaho? Wala. Anong gagawin ng ating mga minamahal na mga kababayan na ating naisipagtanggol dito sa usaping ito? Gutom na muna sila.
Mr. Speaker, yan na nga po ang nangyayari ngayon, bunga ng batas na pinahintulutan ang kontraktualisasyon, natatanggalan ng trabaho ang libo-libo nating mga manggagawa, mga pribado man at magobyerno. Sa DSWD po, bunga ng problema sa budget, sa kanilang 4-piece program, libo-libo ang manggagawang natanggal dahil walang proteksyon sa kanilang kasiguruhan sa trabaho. Ang mga manggagawa natin, tulad na nabanggit sa PEPMACO, sa ZAGU, sa SUMIFRO, gayon din, natatanggal sa trabaho. Gusto ko pong ilinaw, Mr. Speaker, kasi gusto ko rin talagang maintindihan. Kasi sabi ng gobyernong ito, gumaganda yung ekonomiya. Lumalaki ang kabuuang likhang yaman ng ating bayan. At inihambing nga tayo dito sa Asia na pumapangalwa lang sa bansang China. And yet, hindi natin maibigay yung karapat-dapat na karapatan, yung entitlement sa security of tenure. Ang laging nauuna ay yung interes ng kapital. Yung panakot na magkakaroon ng tanggalan kapag niregularisa ang mga empleyado, yan ay purely speculative. Hindi pa nga natin alam kung yung sinasabing tataas ang cost ng labor ay yun ang magiging pangunahing dahilan kung bakit magsasara mga kumpanya. Sapagkat sa kabilang bahagi, kapag lumaki ang kita ng mga manggagawa, hindi ba gagamitin niya ang kanyang dagdag na kita sa pambili ng mga produkto, ng pagkain at iba pa? Hindi ba lilikha ng mas maraming economic development at gagalaw yung sinasabing economic growth kung binibigyan mo ng sapat at nakabubuhay na sahod ang ating manggagawa? Hindi ba yan yung siklo o cycle ng ekonomiya? Pero ngayon, tulad na nabanggit, may disbalanse. May accumulation ng yaman sa mga mayayaman, sa mga malalaking negosyante at dayuhan, pero sa ating mga manggagawa ay mumu lamang.
Makatwid, hindi kayo naniniwala na masama magiging epekto kung ipagbabawal na lang ang casual employment. Hindi kayo naniniwala ron. Ang hinihingi po ng inyong lingkod ay kaliwanagan. Kayo po ba'y naniniwala na hindi makabubuti kung ipagpapatuloy ang casual employment? Ang tanong ko po ay, nakakasama po ba yung magbigay muna ng casual employment habang hindi kaya na ibigay lahat ng permanent benefits to an employee? Dahil ang ating pinag-uusapan dito ay endo, hindi po ba? Ang gusto ng inyong sektor ay itigil na ito. Tama po.
Tama.
Ang tanong po ng inyong likod, ano ipapalit natin? Ano ipapalit natin kapag nilay off natin ang lahat ng casual sa private and government sector?
Hindi ko po masundan, Ginoong Speaker, bakit magkakaroon ng layoff kapag sila'y ginawang regular? Hindi ko po masyado masundan yung inyo.
Naniniwala po ba kayo, Mr. Speaker, na kapag ka inalis lahat ng mga contractual ay kayang pangatawanan ng pribado at ng gobyerno ang permanent employment?
Okay. Paglilinaw po, Ginoong Speaker, hindi po aalisin ang mga contractual o casual. Gagawin silang regular. Ibig
Yun nga po,
sabihin,
hindi makakayanan.
yung dating wala silang kasiguruhan sa trabaho, sila ngayon ay magkakaroon na ng katiyakan sa trabaho.
Tatanungin ko na po ang sarili natin. Tayo po lahat ay may contractual employees. Bakit natin ginagawang contractual? Bakit hindi lahat sila permanent employees? Bakit hindi nyo umpisa sa inyong tanggapan? Do not accept contractual employees because you are against contractual employment. Ako po ay pumapayag na yung ibang empleyado ko ay contractual sapagkat yun lang ang kaya ng Kongreso. Kung sagutin tayo ni Speaker, sige, huwag kayong kumuha, wala kayong empleyado. Papayag ba ang inyong lingkod na wala kayong katulong sa tanggapan nyo sapagkat bawal na ang contractual employment?
Ginoong Speaker, dahil ginamit niyo pong ehemplo ay sa gobyerno, may totoong katangian na sa gobyerno po may tinatawag na coterminous na mga empleyado at coterminous with the appointing authority. Ibig sabihin, hanggat ang appointing authority ang namumuno sa naturang opisina ay naririyan, mananatili ang mga manggagawa. May pagkakaiba ito doon sa binabanggit ng mga manggagawa na gumagampan ng regular na trabaho, pangmatagalan, necessary and desirable, ngunit hindi sila nagiging regular. Ito yung katangian ng trabaho sa gobyerno at alam naman natin na yung tinatawag na coterminous with the appointing authority ay isang katangian ng hindi permanente yung uri ng relasyon ng trabaho doon sa mga opisinang mga nabanggit.
Hindi po pwede, Mr. Speaker, na yung pribado ay may ibang batas at ang gobyerno ay iba rin. Hindi pwede po yun eh. One law for all. Endo for the private and the government sectors. Would the gentleman agree with me on that or he disagrees with that?
Hindi ako entirely makakapag-agree dahil totoo nga po, Mr. Speaker, na kahit sa batas ng paggawa, iba ang batas sa public service at gayon din sa pribadong sektor. Kung kaya't nga kahit ang ating labor code ay tinuturing partikular lamang sa ating mga manggagawa sa pribadong sektor. Kung kaya't totoong may pagkakaiba sa katangian ng trabaho sa loob ng serbisyo publiko at sa pribado.
Sa tingin po ba ng kagalang-galang, Agaite, ay makagagawa siya ng batas para sa gobyerno at gagawa rin siya ng batas para sa pribado? Maaari po ba natin gawin yun? O ipinagbabawal po yan ng ating saligang batas?
Hindi po pinagbabawal. Pwede pong gumawa ng batas para sa manggagawa sa
Hindi
pampubliko.
po pwede po eh. Isa lang ang batas. Pribado, gobyerno, isa lang ang batas. Kung bawal sa pribado, bawal sa gobyerno. Hindi pwedeng government casual is okay. Congressman Gaide's office can employ, but the private businessman, you cannot.
Pending na eh.
Ganun po ba paniniwala nyo?
Ang kinatawang ito ay nagtutulak nga ng mga panukalang batas para maging regular na ang ating daang libong mga kawani sa loob ng pamahalaan na hindi rin regular. At tulad nga na napansin na namin, ang gobyerno na dapat nagpapatupad ng pagpapatigil ng kontraktualisasyon, siya pa ang pinaka nagpa-violate ng naturang patakaran. Kung kaya't sa kasulukuyan, hiwalay talaga ang batas sa manggagawa at gayon sa pribado sektor at sa pampubliko sektor. As a matter of fact, kahit po sa pagbabasa ng labor code, nilinaw na ang labor code ay patungkol lamang po sa manggagawa sa pribadong sektor. Ngunit yung batas para sa mga kawani sa loob ng pamahalaan o yung civil service ay may hiwalay na pagtatangi.
Anyway, Mr. Speaker, we have made it very clear to the gentleman that it is very easy to shout patriotism. It is very easy to swear allegiance to the welfare of our people. But when you are in the seat of government, you have to consider all sectors in one glance. You cannot legislate for one sector and legislate for another on the same subject matter. That is a fact that we have to contend with. Nung pinag-usapan po yung batas na yan dito nung nakaraang kongreso, tumayo rin po ang inyong lingkod. Pinaalalahanan ko, dahan-dahan tayo. Sa kagustuhan nating makatulong, makalalo tayo makasama. Sa aking pananaw, pinilit dito sa kongreso ito, pumasa yan ang batas na yan. Over the objections of people like me. Because I felt it was not going to help the economy any. It will not help the people we would like to help. Madali tayong sisigaw pare-pareho. Mahal namin kayo, mga kababayan. Kami ang mga kabayan. Pero yung batas na ginagawa namin, magpapahirap sa inyo. Wala na akong alam dyan. Kaya tama po naman si Presidente. Sabi naman niya, pag-aaralan natin mabuti ito. This is not the time to have a law like this. And I agree with it. Pag-aaralan natin muli yung batas. Lagyan natin ng mga mas maayos na provision, hindi yung basta end of contract. Pag sinabi natin yon, we should be prepared in Congress to end all the contracts in our offices. Hindi pwede sa atin merong contractual, may casual, sa pribado, wala. Ay, hindi po papasa po yan. Pag nadimanda tayo sa Korte Suprema, talo po yan batas na yan. So as I've said, I am not a Duterte fan. His body knows this by now. But I am a defender for what is good for our people. At wala pong makapagsasabing higit silang makabayan at kami naman ay hindi nag-iisip ng tungkol sa ating mga kababayan. Makabayan tayong lahat dito. We are all for the nation. We are all for the welfare of the employee, especially the lowly casual. Dahan lang tayo. Madali tayo magsisisigaw, pero kung wala naman tayong ipapalit, pakainin din naman natin yung mga mahihirap na nais natin tulungan. Kaya I agree with the President. That law should be reviewed, if necessary, brought back to Congress. At yan yung maaaring sabihin lahat yung sinasabi nyo, kayo na ang sumasagot sa lahat ng problemang idudulot nito. Kapagkat kung pinirmahan ni Presidente yan, massive layoffs would have happened. And government would have been forced. Local government units, 1,700 municipalities, more than 80 cities, provinces would have to lay off their casual. And that is not solving the problem. That is the point that we are trying to drive at. We would like our people to understand, to appreciate the issues here. It's not a matter of black and white. We want an end of contract. What do you replace it with? Unless that question is answered, we will continue to defend the rights of the lowly casual employee who is not getting enough but getting something to eat. Kailangan po kumakain tayong lahat. Yun ang importante dyan. Hindi po yung ating ideology, hindi po yung ating thinking. Isipin natin, ano magiging bunga ng ating paninindigan. Anyway, I'd like to thank the gentleman for speaking his conviction. Ang inyong lingkod po naman ay naglahad din ng aking prinsipyo na ang pagtulong sa kapwa ay hindi sinisigaw sa lansangan kundi ginagawa sa pamamagitan ng batas. Ayun ang ating dapat pinag-uukulan ng paraan at ng ating panahon. Thank you, Congressman Gaite, for trying to elucidate on the basic issues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Madam Majority Floor Leader, for this opportunity to help enlighten the nation on this very critical, very important issue. Yung end of contract is a very simplistic slogan that will not be a solution, but rather creating a bigger problem for our people. The very poor, we would like to be helping at this point. Salamat po. At salamat din po sa kagalang-galang na Gaite.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Rodante Marcoleta of Sagip Party List for his interpellation.
The Honorable Marcoleta is recognized for his interpellation.
Mr. Speaker, may I please oblige the gentleman from Bayan Muna to yield to a few clarificatory questions.
I am willing, Your Honor.
Ginoong kinatawan ng Bayan Muna, kayo po ay nagsisintimiento dahil sa ang Pangulong Digong ay binito niya yung anti-endo bill. Tama po ba yun?
Malaking bahagi po ng aming pagkakasama ng loob ay yung
Tama po ba?
pagtindig hinggil sa usapin ng pagtigil ng contractualization.
Tama po ba na nagsisintimiento kayo? Were you able to read the justification of the President why he vetoed the bill?
Nabasa ko po, Ginoong Speaker.
Paano po ninyo pinroses yung pagkakabasa ninyo? Pwede po ba ninyong sabihin kung paano ninyo may ilalarawan yung veto message ng President?
Doon sa 1.5 pahina na veto message ni Pangulong Duterte, binanggit niya sa unahan na kinikilala pa rin niya ang kahalagahan ng pagpapatigil ng kontraktualisasyon, ngunit sa pagpapaliwanag ay ipinahayag niya na kailangan daw balansehin ang interes ng kapital at manggagawa. Kung kaya't sa kanyang pagpapasya, mas mainam na i-veto yung current na version na inihapag ng Kongreso ng ito.
Maliwanag po ang ginawang katwiran ng Pangulo at naintindihan pala ninyo because the President is not only a President for the working class. The President is also a President of the capitalists and those people who represent the management. Tama po ba yun?
Tama po.
When the President says that he has delicately and sensitively balanced the interests between labor and capital, mahirap po bang intindihin yun?
Mga kasama sa kapulungan ito, Ginoong Speaker, sa matagal na panahon, hindi po balanse ang pagturing sa manggagawa sa kapital. Kahit sa saligang batas, binibigyan ng primacy ang mga manggagawa.
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor,
Sila pa rin ang nalalagay
ang pagbabalansi po ay manggagaling sa opisina ng Pangulo. Siya po kasi ang nakakaalam kung ano yung higit na makabubuti sa kanyang mga mamamayan. Kayo po ay merong opinyon, mas lalo pong merong opinyon ang ating Pangulo. Ganito po yun eh. Yung kapitalista po, sila ang namumuhunan para magkaroon tayo ng maraming hanap buhay. Sa makatwid, kung kukunti po yung ating pangkabuhayan, kukunti ang kapital, mamumuhunan, Hindi po kailanman magkakaroon ng maraming pakinabang at pagawain. Nakwenta nyo na po ba yung tinatawag nating, kasi po kapital at saka labor lang eh. Nag-uumpugang bato yan eh. Sa inyo po ba na partido, nakwenta nyo na po ba yung tinatawag na employment elasticity of capital?
Opo, nabasa na namin yung...
Hindi po. Nakwenta nyo na po ba? Maliwanag po ito. I'm asking you whether or not you were able to compute the very sensitive connection between capital and labor. Kaya nga po, kung nakwenta po ninyo yung employment elasticity of capital, sabihin po ninyo sa amin kung ano ang nakwenta ninyo.
Wala kaming na-compute, pero yung konsepto ng elasticity of capital ay naunawaan naman namin.
Kung naunawaan po ninyo, Ginoong Kinatawan, malinaw po doon na hindi po pwedeng magsakripisyo ang kapital ng ganun-ganun lang sapagkat mababawasan naman yung ating magtatrabaho. Ang Pangulo po kasi ay talagang siya yung balancing act eh. Hindi po pwede na kapag nakita niya na, o sige, ibigay natin dito, aatras naman ang kapital, sa bandang huli, tayo rin ang mawawalan, hindi papayag ang Pangulo doon. Ngayon po, nagsisintimiento kayo kanina, sabi ninyo, pinangako ng Pangulo ito, pagkatapos biglang umatras. Yung po bang pangako ng isang tao, merong time frame? Meron po bang panahon na nakatakda sa kanya para tapusin niya yung kanyang pangako yon?
Ginoong Speaker, kung maalala ko yung kanyang speech noong April 24, 2016, ang sabi niya, sa unang linggo ng aking pagkapangulo, contractualization has to stop. So yan po yung time frame ni Pangulo, 3 taon na po ang nakalilipas, hindi pa rin po natitigil ang contractualization.
Yung time frame po kasi, flexible yun, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker. Tama po ba yun? Naniniwala po kayo na ang isang pangako, pwede pong flexible eh. Maaring gampanan pa rin ng Pangulo ang kanyang ipinangako habang siya'y nandun pa rin. Tama po ba, Ginoong Kinatawan?
Sa kasulukuyang direksyon, hindi na namin nakikita na magiging fleksible pa ang Pangulo.
Yun po yung pananaw ninyo. Tama po.
Hindi na po magaganap ang...
Yun po yung pananaw ninyo.
Siya lang po ang magiging pamantayan.
Yun po yung pananaw ninyo.
Siya po ang magpapasya.
Speaker, Your Honor. Tama po.
Hindi po magaganap ang pagpapatigil ng contractualization.
Yun po yung pananaw ninyo. Ginoong Kinatawan, Mr. Speaker. Tama po.
Tama po.
Ngunit, alam din po ninyo na marami rin sa ibang kababayan natin, nakaiba yun naman ang kanilang pananaw. Tama rin po yun, Ginoong Kinatawan, Mr. Speaker.
Iba pong kaisipan hinggil saan, Mr. Speaker?
Opo, may kanya-kanya pong opinion, may kanya-kanya pong kaisipan. Tama po.
Gusto ko pong tanungin patungkol po saan, Ginoong Speaker? Pagkakaiba ng isip hinggil sa kung tama silang gawing kontraktual o hindi? Ganun po ba ang pagtanong, Mr. Speaker?
Malinaw po yung tanong ko. Kanya-kanya po tayong opinion sa bawat issue na hinaharap ng ating bansa. Tama po.
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Huling tanong na lamang po, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor. Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, our country is being prepared for what is being referred to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Kayo po ba ay naniniwala na ang ating bansa ay naharap rin dahil sa lumalawak na po ang technology, ang kaalaman ng tao ay papalawak na. Alam ko po at ako'y naniniwala na kayo rin po sa bayan muna ay inaaral din ang magiging kalagayan po ng paggawa sa harap ng lumalakas at tumataas na kalidad ng technology. Tama po?
Tama po.
Meron po tayong robotics, meron tayong nanotechnology, meron tayong Internet of Things, meron silang sinasabing big data, at kung ano-ano pa. Mga bagay-bagay na maaaring makapagbago ng kalagayan at naturalesa ng paggawa. Tama po ba yun, Ginong
Mr.
Kinatawan?
Speaker.
Ngayon po, maaaring sa daku-daku roon ng ating bansa, maaaring mabago ang kalagayan ng paggawa. Tama po ba yun?
Kung sa usapin ng relasyon sa paggawa, may mga partikular na espesyalisasyon sa iba't ibang uri ng trabaho. Ngunit dapat ang katangian ng trabaho ay may permanency para matiyak na yung manggagawa ay ma-enjoy ang kanyang benepisyo ng kanyang paggawa.
Ang direction po ng tanong ko, Sir Speaker, Your Honor, ay dahil sa lumalaki at tumataas na uri ng ating technology, maaring magbago na po ang forma ng paggawa. Tama po yun.
Tama po, maaari pong magbago.
Maaring hindi na natin pag-uusapan mga ilang panahon pa mula ngayon ang contractualization, sapagkat maaring ang dami ng mga ibang gadgets. Dito lamang sa tinatawag na Internet of Things, ang isang sasakyan, ang isang building, ang isang structure, ang isang gadget will probably comprise a smart city na maaaring ang mga tauhuang gumagawa ay maaaring mawala na o maaaring kumonti na lang. Tama po ba yun, Ginoong Kinatawan, Mr. Speaker?
Tama po, Ginoong Speaker.
Sa makatwid, ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, tinitingnan pa rin po niya lahat ito. Kapag ka po ang ating technology ay talagang mataas na, piniprepare din, inihahanda ng ating Pangulo ang lahat ng bagay. Kaya kailangan po maganda rin kayo na hindi lamang po yung ngayon ang tinitingnan natin. Bigyan natin ang pagkakataon ng Pangulo na makita niya kung alin ang mas makakabuti sa ating bansa, partikular na po sa ating mga kapatid sa paggawa. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat po sa Kinatawan ng Bayan muna.
Mr. Speaker, bilang tugon, yung teknolohiyang binabanggit ay talagang maraming pagbabago, lalo na sa usapin ng industrialisasyon. Ngunit ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ay yung gumagawa ng patis, ng suka, ng ketchup dito sa Nutri-Asia. Ang pinag-uusapan natin sa PEPMACO ay naghahalo ng kemikal na nakakalason. Sila ang gumagawa ng mga ganitong uri ng trabaho. Kasama namin din dito yung mga manggagawa sa sumifro, yung mga pumipitas ng mga saging dito sa mga malalaking plantasyon. Wala pa nga tayo inabot sa ganyang uri ng teknolohiya. Ito ang gusto sana natin maprotektahan, ang kanilang kasiguruhan sa trabaho. Kung kaya't muli ginigiit ng kinatawang ito na dapat ito ang isulong natin sa kapakanan ng ating maliliit, ordinaryo mga manggagawa. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to extend the privilege hour for another 60 minutes.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize the Honorable Vicente Veloso from the 3rd District of Leyte for his interpellation.
The Honorable Veloso is recognized for his interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will the Honorable Gaite yield to this representation on a few questions?
Opo, Mr. Speaker.
You mentioned that the President vetoed the SOT bill, which actually refers to Security of Tenure Bill. Anong particular bill po yun? Senate bill or House of Representatives bill?
Ayon sa naganap, Mr. Speaker, ang inadopt na version ay yung Senate Bill 1826 sa halip na yung version ng House Bill 86908 ang maaprubahan.
Tama po yun, Mr. Speaker, because I was then a member of the Committee on Labor. I was in fact the senior vice chair at that time. Pinagpaguran namin ang House version, and when it was referred to the Senate, inupuan doon, and then towards the end of 17th Congress, dumating ang Senate version, and I thought that it would go through bicameral conference committee. Hindi na po tayo nakaabot doon. And so when it was adopted by the House, dumiretso sa Office of the President, and it was vetoed. For the record lang po yun, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Gaite, yung bill ng Senado, nabasa ko rin yun, yung approved bill nila doon, covered two topics. Ito yung security of tenure, which we call ENDO, at saka yung contractualization, which actually is labor-only contracting. Totoo po ba yun?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Ano doon sa na-veto ng Presidente ang ayaw natin? Ang ayaw ng Honorable Gaite?
Pangunahin ang kinatuwang ito, Mr. Speaker, ang hindi namin matanggap ay yung pagkakaroon ng iba't ibang uri pa rin ng contractualization, both labor-only contracting and labor contracting. As defined nga po sa ating labor code, bagamat prohibited ang labor-only contracting, pinahintulutan ang labor-only contracting. Ayon sa ating mga kapatid ng mga manggagawa, ito yung mga paraan ng mga kapitalista na ikutan ng batas para ipatupad pa rin ang malawakang contractualization.
So, ibig sabihin, dahil hindi naging batas yung Senate bill na yon, hindi na pwede gawin ng employer yung kinatatakutan mo, Honorable Gaite.
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
In fact, kung tutusin natin, ang doon sa ENDO, ang fixed term employment, bawal pa rin ngayon. Fixed term employment. Halimbawa, department store ako. Binigyan ko ang isang sales lady ko ng 5 months. Bawal yun, hindi ba? Your Honor.
Kung dun sa definition nga na kung ito ay trabahong tinuturing regular, bahagi nung direktang trabahong kailangan ng naturang kumpanya, dapat ituring itong regular. Ngunit tulad na nabanggit niyo po, kadalasan ganyan po yung kalakaran para hindi umabot kung sa 6 na buwan na probationary employment na sinasaad ng batas na kapag isang manggagawa ay humigit sa bilang ng buwan ng trabaho, siya po ay dapat ituring ng regular.
Your Honor, in the case of Brent School versus Zamora, this is a 1990 ruling. Nasa 181 Escra 702, page 702 ito. Sinabi ng Supreme Court in Bank, penned by Chief Justice Narvasa, Associate Justice Narvasa din. Sinabi doon na in reviewing the entire labor code, makikita mo that through the series of amendments, bawal na ang fixed term employment. Sinabi doon sa Brent School na yon. So that, dahil bawal, ang employer, kung gusto niya na mag-hire ng empleyado, he will be hired on a regular basis or on a permanent basis under Article 280 ng Labor Code. So that, pag ikaw na irregular, guaranteed ka ng security of tenure under Article 279 po at hindi ka pwede matanggal unless on grounds provided for in Article 282 ng Labor Code. Doon lang po. So ulitin ko po, sinabi ng Supreme Court, kung ang fixed term employment katulad ng ENDO, bibigyan ka lang ng 5 months to circumvent the security of tenure ng manggagawa. Dahil 280 versus 281, klaro doon na if you are hired as an employee, ang discretion lang ng employer ay ilagay ka on probation under 281, not exceeding 6 months, and you can only be dismissed if you failed within the 6 months
281.
if you committed any of the acts grounds to dismiss under 282 or hindi ka pwede maging regular because you failed to meet the standards required by the employer. Yun ang nasa 281. But if binigyan ka ng 5 months kontrata, you are being hired as a sales lady for 5 months. Pag nag-expire yung 5 months na yan, at hindi pa kinuha ang consent mo in clear terms, bawal po yun under the Brent School ruling. So as things stand now, ENDO is prohibited, meaning end of contract is prohibited. Tama ang Presidente in vetoing the bill because as things stand now, bakit mo ibabawal yung bawal na? Di po ba, Honorable Gaiti?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Tuloy tayo doon sa contractualization. Ang pagkakaintindi ko po ng contractualization, Article 106 speaks of two kinds of contractors. Job contractor at saka labor-only contractor. Ang pagkakaiba po ng 280, dalawa lang ang parties doon, employer at saka employee. Kung may contractor ka, tatlo po ang parties. The principal, the contractor, at saka ng empleyado ng contractor. Like the case of a security agency. Now, dito sa security agency, kung ikaw ay contractor na security agency, you have substantial capital or you have substantial investment in the form of tools, equipment, job contractor ka po. But if you suffer from any of the handicaps, and these are the handicaps na nakalagay sa excuse me. Patayin ko lang po, I'm sorry. Kung ikaw ay may handicap in the sense na you do not have substantial investment in the form of tools, meaning wala kang mga baril. So that kulang ka ng mga baril, ano ibibigay mo sa gwardya? Hihiram ka ng baril sa principal mo, say BDO. Or wala kang substantial capital to the point na pagdating ng sahuran, wala kang pangsahod. So ang mangyayari, talagang hihiram ka sa kapital. Ng capital from your principal, you are a labor-only contractor. Bawal po yan under Article 106 of the Labor Code. Ang point ko is, even with the veto made by the President, and I am emphasizing this dahil baka ma-exploit pa yung mga manggagawa natin eh. Even with the veto, labor-only contracting is still prohibited. Why? Prohibited kung wala kang substantial capital, prohibited kung wala kang substantial investment in the form of tools, especially if the work of the employee of the contractor refers to work rendered in relation to the usual business of the principal. bawal pa rin po yun. But in a nutshell, uulitin ko po, I don't think that labor suffered from the veto made by the President. Totoo po ba yun?
Dun sa current version, Mr. Speaker, bagamat ang inaasam ng mga manggagawa ay matigil ang contractualisasyon, tama po kayo na may mga provision sa Senate Bill 1826 na sa esensya ay ipagpapatuloy pa rin ang iba't ibang forma ng contractualisasyon.
Okay, balikan natin doon ang ginawa na veto ng Presidente. Ang malala ko, doon sa Article 13, Section 3 ng Constitution, ginagaranti ng ating saligang batas ang karapatan hindi lang ng manggagawa, kung hindi ang karapatan din ng employer. And this is consistent with Article 3, Section 1, that no person shall be denied equal protection of the laws. So, because of that, ang paningin ko po, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker, is that viewed from the standpoint ng Presidente, ikaw po ang tatay ng bansa. Ikaw po ang responsable sa kung ano mang mangyayari sa ekonomiya. Ikaw po ang responsable kung anong mangyayari sa mga manggagawa. Sa tingin ko po, tama lang po na ibalik natin sa Kongreso ang Senate version ng Security of Tenure Bill. Kasi hindi tayo, hindi yun, hindi consistent sa pinagtrabahuan namin dito sa House of Representatives. I really welcome, Mr. Speaker, the veto of the President. After all, inamin naman po ni Honorable Gaite that with the veto, endo or fixed-term employment is still prohibited and labor-only contracting is still prohibited under our existing laws. Yun lang po, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Mark Go of the Lone District of Baguio for his interpellation.
The gentleman is recognized for his interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Majority Leader. Will the Honorable Gaite yield to some questions?
Opo, Mr. Speaker.
As I understand your presentation this afternoon, your objection to the bill is basically because of the fact that you want all forms of contractualization be abolished. Is that correct, Mr.
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker? Yes. But the bill that was vetoed by the President does not abolish all forms of contractualization. Is that correct?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, if that is so, even if the President will not veto or will approve the bill, you will also have an objection because your main purpose is no contractualization, whether labor-only or job-only contracting. Is that correct?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
So, the President is in a situation where he's not going to be a winner. He will be tabla lang o kaya talo. Ika nga.
Walang panalo.
Is that correct?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker. Gusto ko lang ipaliwanag rin na ang aming tinutulan ay yung tindig hinggil sa pagpapatigil ng contractualisasyon. Sa kanyang nilabas na veto message, noong dati tumitindig siya para itigil ang lahat ng sabi niya sa unang linggo ng kanyang panunungkulan ay matitigil ang contractualisasyon, nag-iba na ang kanyang tindig sa usapin ng pagpapatigil nito at mas binigyan ng diin ang interes ng kapital. Kung kaya't ang aming tinututulan ay yung kanyang tindig sa usapin ng pagpapatigil ng contractualisasyon.
So whatever, as I stated earlier, whatever is the decision of the President here, you would not agree with whatever decision we'll have here. And therefore, you will also stand before us today and raise objection whether he vetoes it or not.
Kung naaprubahan ang naturang batas ng Pangulong Duterte, aming tutuligsain ang mga probisyon ng nagsasaad na ipagpapatuloy pa rin ang contractualization tulad ng naunang nag-interpolate si Ginoong Ronzalo na nilinaw na kahit na maaprubahan ang naturang batas, pahihintulutan pa rin ang forma ng contractualizasyon na tinitindigan nga ng mga manggagawa ay hindi sang-ayon sa kanilang interes.
Well, ang pinapayagan natin, even under the present law, ay yung job-only contracting. Hindi natin pinapayagan yung labor-only contracting. At ang ginagawa lang natin dito sa batas na binito ng Presidente ay i-redefine natin, binawasan natin yung mga requirements para tawagin nating labor-only contracting. So ito ay definitely pabor sa mga manggagawa. At isa ako sa mga mambabatas na nagsusog ng ganitong probisyon sa bill na napadala natin sa Senado. And I am of the belief na itong batas na ito, kung naaproban ito, ay lalong maganda para sa ating mga empleyado. Pero dahil ang iniisip ng ating Pangulo ay para sa employers at saka sa mga empleyado, kaya binito niya. Ako'y merong ibang panukala dito actually. Alisin ang labor only at saka job only at tawagin na lang outsourcing at payagan ito. Pero may limit ito sa porsyento, 20%. Pwede, basta't 80% regular na empleyado para mabigyan ng proteksyon both the employers and the employees.
Ginong Speaker, ilang ulit na rin na banggit ng ating saligang batas. No? At malinaw rin dito ang pagkatig sa usapin ng panlipunang katarungan sa ating mga manggagawa. Totoo na kinikilala ang kapital, ngunit binibigyan na mas malaking pagpapahalaga ang manggagawang lumilika ng yaman ng ating bayan. Kung kaya't kung paano yung sinasabing pagbabalanse ng interes ng negosyo sa kapital, bilang tayong mga mambabatas, napakahalaga yung tungkulin natin na pumanig sa interes ng manggagawa. Doon sa usapin kung paano ba titiyakin, kung paano kikilalanin ito, malinaw na nakasaad na sa ating saligang batas. Ang usapin ng security of tenure ay ilang ulit na binanggit sa saligang batas. Kung kaya't naniniwala pa rin ang kinatawang ito na yun pa rin dapat ang sikapin nating abutin para sa kapakanan ng ating manggagawa.
Isn't it, Mr. Speaker, that if the company or the employers would do a good job in improving the business, that is also in effect helping the employees to keep their job and be able to give them good benefits and good probably working conditions. So in effect, when we make the company successful and keeping these people working for the company, it's for the interest also of the employees. Instead of just looking at when the company is successful, it's in effect against the interest of the employees. I think it's important that we need to have a change of mindset that if the company is successful, in effect, there is a positive impact on the part of the employees. instead of saying that the interests of the employers are diametrically opposed with that of the interest of the employees.
Mr. Speaker, in the same vein, na dapat rin yung ating mga manggagawa na lumilikha ng yaman ang tumutulong para payamanin yung mga kapitalista at mga negosyante. So, yung pagpapahalaga sa ating mga manggagawa, sa contribution sa ekonomiya, sa paglago ng nabanggit na mga negosyo, malaking bahagi dyan ay ang kontribusyon ng mga manggagawa tulad ng mga gumagawa ng patis, suka sa Nutri-Asia, ng ketchup sa Nutri-Asia, ng nagpipitas ng mga saging sa Sumifru, gumagawa ng sabon sa Pepmaco at iba pa.
While that is true, Mr. Speaker, there are other factors of production that contribute to the company's improvement or development. It's not only labor. We have capital, we have entrepreneurship, we have other factors of production that can improve the business or the company. It's not simply that all the majority of the contribution comes from labor. There are other factors of production that we have to consider here. Technology, as mentioned earlier, with the digital economy and with the advent of science and technology, we can improve production. Probably are referring to the other types of businesses, just like what you have mentioned probably. But in many cases, there are other factors of production that contribute to the improvement or development of the business.
Meron po naman talaga ibang factors, pero naniniwala ang kinatawang ito na ang pinakamalaking naiambag sa kita tubo ng mga malalaking negosyo ay ang kanyang mga manggagawa.
Kung kayo po ang magsasuggest, yung po kasi sinasabi nyo na zero ang contractualization, even job-only contracting, baka imposible pong mangyari yan. Imposible po yan. Kung mangyayari po yan, marami pong mga kababayan natin ang mawawalan ng trabaho. At isa sa pinaka-dahilan kung bakit mataas po ang incidence of poverty sa ating bansa ay dahil po sa kakulangan ng trabaho. And if we go into this zero contractualization, pati na yung legal na contractualization natin ayon sa kasalukuyang batas natin, ay magkakaroon po tayo ng napakaraming problema sa unemployment at even underemployment.
Ang kinatuwang ito ay hindi naniniwala na nalilikha ng malaking kawalan ng trabaho ang patakaran ng pagbabawal sa contractualisasyon. As a matter of fact, sila nga ang gagawing regular ng mga manggagawa. Nalilikha ng mas malaking dagdag na sahod sa mga manggagawa, nalilikha ng pag-ikot ng ating ekonomiya, nalilikha ng mas malaking demand sa mga produktong nililikha ng mga negosyante. Yan yung sinasabi nating pag-ikot ng ekonomiya. Ngunit ngayon, itong simpleng karapatan sa kasigurahan sa trabaho ay hanggang ngayon pinagkakait pa natin.
Hindi po kaya dapat ang objective natin lalong dumami yung trabaho para sa ating mga kababayan. At yung mga nagtatrabaho, dapat lumaki ang sweldo. Kesa po yung sasabihin natin na tanggalin natin itong lahat ng all forms of contractualization. Ilang milyon po ang hindi lamang sa Pilipinas, ito yung nangyayari sa buong bansa, sa buong mundo. There are about 61, according to the Boston Consulting Company, there are about 61 million people all over the world that are engaged in, they call it not contractualization, but outsourcing.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Speaker. Tama po, no? Liban sa usapin ng pagpapatigil ng contractualisasyon, matagal na rin po namin kinakampanya ang dagdag sa sahod ng mga manggagawa. Dahilan kung bakit karamihan ng ating mga kontraktual ay mababang sahod dahil dito sa mapagsamantalang nabanggit nyo kanina, yung labor, yung outsourcing, contract, yung paggamit ng mga service contractor o service providers, marami sa kanila hindi tumatanggap ng tama o minimum na sahod. Nababawasan dahil yung kontraktor ay babakas pa doon sa kinikita nilang maliit na sahod. Kaya kahit rin ngayon, nabanggit nyo sa buong daigdig, no? Marami rin pong nangangampanya ngayon para sa dagdag na sahod. Kamakailan lamang sa Estados Unidos, may mga ilang states na naipanalo yung $15 minimum wage para sa ating mga manggagawa. Napakalayo pa natin doon. Yung $15, isang araw na ata yon sa atin, ano? Kung ating co-compute o i-translate into peso terms. Pero tama po na kasama rin po sa kampanya ng kinatawang ito ang pagtaas ng sahod ng mga manggagawa liban sa pagpapatigil ng contractualization.
Yun nga po, ang aking tingin dyan hindi lamang ang move natin magkaroon ng zero contractualization, kundi dapat encourage natin ang ating mga iba't ibang kumpanya na pagbutihan ng kanilang pagbibusiness o pagninegosyo para magkaroon sila ng malaking kita at may itulong ito sa kanilang mga manggagawa. Kesa yung ipakita natin na mayroong contradiction yung manggagawa at saka yung mga employers. Kasi kung iniisip lang naman natin yung isang sektor dito, palagay ko malaking problema natin sa ating bansa. Kailangan nating balansein yung interest ng mga manggagawa at saka ng mga employers para masiguro natin na mapabuti yung kalagayan ng bawat isa. Kasi kahit na 100% wala tayong contractualization, kung marami naman ang mawawalan ng trabaho, talagang magiging problema ito ng ating bansa. Mr. Speaker, I think I will end my interpellation at this point. Maraming po salamat at magandang hapon po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Jesus Suntay of the 4th District of Quezon City for his interpellation.
The Honorable Suntay is recognized for his interpellation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Kung mamarapatin ho ng kagalang-galang Congressman Gaite ang kaunting katanungan mula sa representasyong ito.
Tinatanggap po.
Yes, kanina ho nabanggit na ang tinutulak ng kagalang-galang Gaite is zero contractualization. While kaisa ho niya ako na nagdanais ng mabigyan ng kaukulang benepisyo ang manggagawang Pilipino, hindi ho ba dapat balansehin din natin? Because in order to have a balanced economy, we should not only take care of the workers, but we should also take care of the business establishments. Dahil ho, kung ang inaalagaan lang natin at bibigyan pansin yung kalagayan ng manggagawa, kahit na hindi kayanin ng mga negosyante yung pagsuporta sa numero nito, baka ho ang mangyari dito, ang maging resulta, lalong mawalan ng trabaho ang mga Pilipino. For example, there are businesses which are seasonal. For example, may mga resort na nagkakaroon ng influx ng mga bisita pagka summer season. But if we force these resorts to employ a bigger number of people, kahit na low season sila, ang mangyayari niyan, malulugi lang at magsasara yung naturang establishmento. Ganun ba yung gustong mangyari ng kagalang-galang na Congressman Gaite?
Ang nais ng kinatawang ito ay gawing regular ang mga empleyado kahit na tinuturing silang yung nabanggit na seasonal workers, na dati-rati ang definisyon ng seasonal workers ay aplikable lamang sa ating mga manggagawa sa agrikultura na bunga ng katangian ng season, pagtatanim, pag-aani, tagtuyot, tag-ulan, may panahon o season. Ngunit ngayon, naniniwala ang kinatawang ito na naabuso na rin ang paggamit ng konsepto ng seasonal workers, na ang pag ginagamit ay yung mga panahon ng Christmas season, ng Valentine season. Ngayon may Mother's Day na, may Father's Day season, may back to school season. na sa halip na ituring na, na practically buong taon ay may pangangailangan ng uri ng trabahong ito na aabuso ang ganitong patakaran kung kaya't lumalaganap yung paggamit ng seasonal workers para gawing contractual ang mga manggagawa.
Mr. Speaker, but I believe that we should not generalize, Mr. Speaker. Because meron naman talagang mga industriya na seasonal. We should not lump all our eggs in the same basket, even if they are different eggs. Dahil I think sa aking paniniwala ko, yung mga industriya na seasonal kagaya nga nung in the hospitality industries or yung mga nasa mga negosyong bakasyunan, in the very term, talagang merong season para sa kanila. In fact, there are a lot of resorts, for example, in Europe, mga ski resort, which are only open 4 months a year. Doon sa other 8 months, sarado sila. Now, if we do not differentiate those types of industries, mapipilitan magsara lahat ng industriya.
Tama po, Mr. Speaker, na may depende sa industriya, may mga tinatawag na peak at may mga ebb season sa kanilang mga uri ng pagnenegosyo. Ngunit sa mas naglalaon ay ito yung nagiging batayan ng pag-aabuso sa batas na ito. Dapat nga ituring silang regular sapagkat kahit na may tinatawag na peak and ebb seasons, yung mga panahon na mababa ang kita ay nababawi nung panahon na mababa ang kita.
Ang Ginoong Speaker, pero hindi ho ang mga tao pumapasok sa negosyo para ho kumita, hindi para i-subsidize yung sweldo ng mga manggagawa. Dahil kung yung kinikita during peak season, yun rin yung gagamitin para i-subsidize naman yung mga sweldo ng manggagawa na kailangan pagtatrabahuhin pa din kahit hindi kailangan, hindi na ho kikita yung negosyo, magsasara rin ho ito. I think the businesses are not, hindi ho kagaya ng gobyerno na we are in the business of yung social welfare or helping everyone out. Kaya ka nga ho nagninegosyo para kahit papano kumita ka. Kaya nga, ang aking pangbungad kanina, in order to have a healthy economy, it has to be balanced. We have to protect not only the interest of the workers, we also have to protect the interest of the business establishment, the interest of the investors. Dahil kung walang negosyo, walang mag-i-invest, wala hong mapapasukan yung ating manggagawa. Baka ang mangyayari nito ay mas lalong magiging kawawa ang mga manggagawang Pilipino dahil wala silang papasukan dito. Mapipilitan ho silang pumunta sa ibang bansa, maghanap ng trabaho, lumayo sa kanilang pamilya. I believe this is not what we want to accomplish.
Mr. Speaker, ang pagkaunawa ko sa pagnenegosyo, lagi may kasamang risk. Hindi lagi na kumikita, hindi rin lagi nalulugi. At sa panahon ng kumikita, tama lamang na bigyan ng karapat-dapat na mga karapatan kasamang kasiguran sa trabaho sa mga manggagawa. Sa panahon ng tagtuyot o yung ebb na sinasabi, kailangan talagang tulungan pa rin yung mga manggagawa na hindi sila dapat turing na parang, ayokong sabihin, pero parang tinatawag natin silang mga disposable workers na pag hindi na kailangan, ay itatapon na lamang. Kailangan kilalanin natin sila bilang bahagi ng pagsisikap ng kumpanya na maging profitable. Tama po yun, ano? Pero dapat tignan rin natin sa bahagi ng manggagawa na maprotektahan yung kanyang mga karapatan. Naalala ko po, nabanggit ni Pangulong Duterte nung siya po'y nangangampanya. At sabi niya, kung ang mga negosyo, or in so many words, Kung ang mga negosyo ay hindi kayang gawing regular, ang kanyang mga manggagawa, huwag siyang magnegosyo sapagkat yan ay bahagi ng mga batas na dapat pangalagaan ang karapatan ng mga manggagawa.
Mr. Speaker, hindi naman ho siguro na tamang sabihin na parang tinatapon natin yung manggagawa porket pag off-season ay downsize yung employment force ng isang establishmento. In fact, magbibigay ako ng isang magandang halimbawa. Sa New Zealand, merong mga skilled workers, yung mga sheep coat shearer, yung mga nagtatabas ng balahibo ng sheep. Pag winter, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yon. So yung mga sheep shearer, wala silang trabaho. But it doesn't mean tinatapon sila because they also have other skills. In fact, yung iba sa kanila, karpintero rin. Yung iba sa kanila are also plumber. But during the season where they could shear sheep coat, yun yung ginagawa nila. Dito rin naman yung mga manggagawa natin, marami rin ginagawa. In fact, alam ko, sa Boracay, pagka summer season kung saan there is more demand for workers, may mga estudyante na nagpupunta doon, nagbabakasyon, nagtatrabaho, and then pagka naging tag-ulan na, ay bumabalik na sila sa Maynila. But if we generalize everything and say that it should be zero contractualization, zero job contracts, then mahihirapan ho yung mga iba't ibang industriya. So I think we should not use one bullet to hit everyone.
Mr. Speaker, yung binanggit na example, actually sa New Zealand daw, ang kwento mas marami daw baka at sheep kaysa sa tao. Mas marami ang populasyon, no, ng sheep. Pero maganda sana yung ganung konsepto na napakadali na maghanap ng ibang trabaho kung natapos na yung season ng pag-shear ng wool ng sheep. Pero sa atin, dahil sa kakulangan nga ng trabaho, mas marami mga Pilipino ang napipilitan pa nga magtrabaho sa ibayong dagat dahil yung konsepto na napakadali maghanap ng ibang trabaho ay hindi yan ang realidad sa bansang Pilipinas.
Mr. Speaker, but in every economy, like if it's a strong economy, then you could have a balanced employment. Dito sa atin, nagkakaroon tayo ng underemployment or dahil na rin, we have a growing economy which cannot fully sustain the population. Kung hindi natin aalagaan yung mga industriya natin, mas lalong mawawalan ng trabaho ang manggagawang Pilipino at mas magiging kawawa sila. Babalik ho ako dun sa sinabi ko kanina. In order to have a healthy economy, it has to be a balanced economy. In order for there to be a balanced economy, then we should protect everyone's interest. Hindi lang nung manggagawang Pilipino, ngunit pati ng industriya na nagbibigay trabaho sa manggagawang Pilipino.
Mr. Speaker, tama po no, na dapat tignan natin yung sinasabing balanse. No? Pero tulad na nabanggit ko sa unang mag-interpellate, binanggit ko na nga po na hindi nga po balanse. Nasa disbentahe ang ating mga manggagawa. Hindi napapaboran sa kasulukuyang mga pinatutupad na o pinaiiral ng mga batas. Kung kaya't napakahalaga nitong batas na ito para kahit paano ay yung timbangan o yung sinasabi nating balanse ay kahit paano ay kumilya sa pabor ng mga manggagawa.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, if the honorable gentleman agrees with me that we have to have a balanced economy, then he should also agree that we have to protect not only the interest of the workers, but also the interest of the industry that gives employment to those workers. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, I am one with him. We should protect our workers. But we should also protect the industry that provides jobs to these workers. Pagka hindi, kung pipilitin ho natin yung industriya, buhatin yung numero ng empleyado na kailangan nilang dalhin kahit hindi na ho kailangan, then papatayin ho natin yung bumubuhat. Ang gusto ho natin, palakasin. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, we should not use one law to, there's no one law to cure everything. Kailangan, we have to make a distinction. What workers to protect and what industries should also be protected.
Mr. Speaker, naniniwala ako sa ating kagalang-galang na nag-interpolate na totoo po na kailangan rin protektahan natin ang ating mga industriya, pero not at expense of the workers. Sapagkat maraming mga paraan para protektahan ang ating industriya. Kung kaya't ang kinatawan na ito ay naniniwala din na batay sa mga nakuha nating mga impormasyon at surveys, ang mga maraming negosyo ay nahihirapan magnegosyo bunga ng napakamahal ng cost of doing business. Ikalawa, yung napakataas na halaga ng utilities tulad ng kuryente, tubig, yung nabanggit kanina, ang hindi magandang infrastruktura ng ating bansa. Kung kaya yung sourcing ng kanilang mga raw materials, ang problema hinggil sa iba't iba pang mga partikular na operasyon ng iba't ibang uri ng negosyo. Kung kaya tama po, dapat tulungan natin ang industriya para makalikha ng mas maraming trabaho para sa ating manggagawa. Ngunit wag sana natin ang maging pangunahing paraan para palakasin ang industriya ay tipirin at baratin ang ating mga manggagawa.
Okay. Natutuwa ho ako sa binanggit ng kagalang-galang kinatawan na dapat tulungan natin ang ating industriya. And gusto ko rin lang sanang linawin siguro at tanungin siya, sa inyo pong palagay, ang selective contractualization pumapatay o ibig sabihin panggigipit o pangiipit sa manggagawa?
Naniniwala po ang kinatuwang ito na ang contractualization ay panggigipit sa karapatan ng kasigurahan sa trabaho ng manggagawa.
Then, how can we have a balanced economy kung ganyan yung ating pananaw? Kagaya ng sinabi ko, when I say selective, kanina nag-usap po tayo, nabanggit natin yung tinatawag nating seasonal industries. If we do not allow selective contractualization for this particular industries, then papatayin natin yung industriya na yon. Hindi rin ho natin pwedeng sabihin ulit. And I would like to point this out na yung kinikita during peak season dapat gamitin pang subsidize doon naman sa low season. Tuturuan ho natin maging tamad yung ating manggagawa. Isipin mo, pagka high season, kunyari may restaurant ka, kailangan mo ng 100 waiter. Pero pagka low season, dahil walang kumakain, isang table lang ang kinakain, hindi mo nagagamit, hindi mo kailangan ng 100 waiter. So, paano gagawin natin ngayon noon? Mas madami pang waiter kaysa kumakain.
Sa kasalukuyan, Mr. Speaker, yan nga po yung nangyayari ngayon. Ano? Marami sa atin na kung makita nyo po sa food industry, meron silang panahon na bagamat nandun sila sa kanilang pinagtatrabahuhan, sila po ay may termino sila doon, para nakapahinga. Pero technically, sila ay hindi sumasahod sa panahon na sila ay nasa service, pero nandun sila sa kung saan man yung kanilang kumpanya. At maraming manggagawa ay sa tinatawag na, kasi kadalasan nga po, di ba, pagkainan, dumadami ang kumakain pagdating ng lunchtime. So, yun po yung isang problema ng mas nagaganap po ang more abuse of the law than the exception.
Mr. Speaker, siguro balikan ko lang yung kaninang nasabi ko para lang maliwanagan ako sa sagot. Dahil kagaya nga ho ng binanggit ko, kunyari, yung isang restaurant, kunyari, sa isang resort na pag summer lang pinupuntahan, pag summer, madaming taong pumupunta, meron tayong 50 mesa doon at napupuno lagi. Araw-araw napupuno ito pag summer dahil peak season. So kailangan natin ng siguro isang waiter bawat mesa, kailangan natin ng 50 waiter. Pero pagkatapos ho ng 3 buwan na peak season ito, wala na hong pumupunta dito sa restaurant natin. So yung 50 table, isang table na lang ang nagagamit. So ang tanong ko ho, ano ang gagawin natin dun sa 50 waiter? Pagtutulong-tulungan ba nila yung customer nung isang table? Baka tuturuan ho natin silang maging tamad dahil wala na silang gagawin pero gusto nila naghihintay sila ng sahod. Baka ang mangyayari nito, instead of inculcating the correct work ethics sa ating manggagawa, pipilitin natin sila at gagawin natin silang tamad.
Hindi nais ng kinatawang ito na ganun ang maging ng trabaho. Dapat ituring silang regular. Kapag sila ay hinire dahil ito ay regular na function ng naturang empresa o kumpanya o restaurant na nabanggit natin. At kapag talagang may option yung ating mga kapitalista na i-retain sila para tiyakin na yung trabaho nila dahil sa pagpasok muli ng peak season ay kailangan pa rin sila. Ngunit dapat ituring silang regular na mga manggagawa.
But Mr. Speaker, kagaya ho nung sinabi ko, kung 3 buwan lang ho yung peak season, paano ho yung 9 na buwan na walang customer? Kung ang sinasabi ng kagalang-galang na congressman ay ite-train natin sila para mas mapaghusayan pa nila yung trabaho, 9 na buwan silang nagte-training niyan. Mas matagal pa silang nagte-training kaysa sa nagtatrabaho. In fact, kaya nga ang sinasabi ko at uulitin ko, kaisa ho ako ng kagalang-galang Congressman Gaite sa pagsasabi na kailangan protektahan ng manggagawang Pilipino. Ang kaibahan lang ho namin ay ako ho, ang pananaw ko, kailangan protektahan rin natin ang industriyang Pilipino na nagbibigay ng trabaho sa manggagawang Pilipino. Kaya nga parehong kailangan pangalagaan. Kung gagawa ho ng batas ang kagalang-galang Gaite upang mas palakasin ang mga benepisyo at ang proteksyon na nabibigay sa manggagawang Pilipino, ay sasabihin ko sa kanya, sama ako dyan sa iyo. Pero kung gagawa rin siya ng batas para naman alagaan yung mga industriya na nagbibigay trabaho sa mga manggagawang Pilipino, sasabihin ko rin sa kanya, sama rin ako dyan dahil yan ang kailangan natin para magkaroon ng balansadong ekonomiya. Kung hindi ho tayo papayag sa selective contractualization, then papatayin ho natin yung industriya na hindi nangangailangan ng manggagawa sa mga panahon na hindi nila ito kailangan.
Mr. Speaker, tayo ay magkaisa doon sa panawagan na palakasin ang industriya. At tulad na nabanggit, doon sa mga mahalagang usapin na kinakaharap ng ating mga negosyante, yung mataas na singilin sa kuryente, tubig at iba pa. Kami po ay sang-ayon na gawa ng mga hakbang para pababain ang cost of production para makatulong sa ating industriya. At tulad na nabanggit, but not at the expense of our workers.
Okay. Maraming salamat to, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Speaker, there being none other of our colleagues who wishes to interpellate, I move that the speech of the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite, as well as its interpellation, be referred to the Committee on Rules. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved, and the privileged speech of the Honorable Gaite, along with the interpellations of Representatives Salo, Atienza, Marcoleta, Veloso, Go, and Suntay are hereby referred to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, next to avail of the privilege is the distinguished gentleman from the 3rd District of Bukidnon. I move for the recognition of the Honorable Manuel Zubiri. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The privileged speech of the Honorable Manuel Zubiri of the 3rd District of Bukidnon is hereby recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to my distinguished colleagues and to all our honored guests, good afternoon or good evening. Please allow me to take this opportunity to congratulate the House of Representatives for achieving an all-time high score of +48 net satisfaction rating in the latest SWS survey. In the past, we would be coasting in the 20s and in the 30s range, but now we've done a very good job of besting ourselves and reaching a +47 last March, and now reaching the highest HOR score of +48 this last June. With this, I would like to thank all my friends and colleagues from the 17th Congress, and of course, all our HOR employees who were able to make this happen. Congratulations po sa inyong lahat. Sa lahat ng empleyado ng HOR, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtulong sa amin at sa inyong pagserbisyo sa bayan. Sa totoo lang, kung wala ang inyong kasipagan, hindi rin namin magagawa ang aming dapat gawin dito sa Kongreso. So palakpakan po natin sila lahat. Also, moving forward, I'm thanking our colleagues in advance of this new 18th Congress for its future endeavors and achievements. Congratulations po in advance, because I see a lot of new and vibrant faces, and definitely we will achieve more in this 18th Congress. As we all know, we are mere passers-by in this world. Our positions come and go. All these are temporary. Case in point, almost half of our colleagues in the 18th Congress are new or a comeback congressman or woman. My old friends are either here, retired, lost in the last election, or won or was appointed an executive post. Either way, changes do happen. What does not change, though, are our achievements in Congress, in our districts, in our municipalities, in our barangays, and of course, for the party list colleagues of ours, their achievements nationwide. Marami pa pong nagugutom at marami pa pong tayong gagawin. Kailangan na magkaisa tayo para sa ikaunlad ng bayan at para mawala yung ating kalaban. Ang ating kalaban, ang kahirapan. To sum it all up, whatever we do to or for our people and our beloved nation will always echo in eternity. This will be recorded in the annals of our history books. Let us continue to beat and better ourselves to show our nation and its people that we are sincere in what we are doing here, and that our primary goal is to become a true statesman or a true stateswoman. So this is it. I will not stay here any longer. My dear Speaker, to my Luzon colleagues, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. To my Ilonggo Visayan friends, salamat gid kayo. To my Visayan, Cebuano, and my Mindanao brothers in arms, daghang salamat kaninyong tanan. To my Muslim friends and colleagues, syukran jasilan. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Let us continue to strive harder for the benefit of our country. Mahal kita, Pilipinas. Thank you very much.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of Representative Manuel Zubiri to the Committee on Rules for appropriate action.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved, and the speech of the Honorable Zubiri is referred to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the representative of the 2nd District of Davao Oriental, Representative Joel Mayo Almario.
The Honorable Joel Mayo Almario of the 2nd District of Davao Oriental is recognized for his privileged speech.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, fellow members of the House of Representatives, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First, let me congratulate Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano on his new role as head of the 18th Congress. I look forward to working with you in ensuring the success of the Duterte administration and bringing about the promised change to our countrymen. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, I now take the floor on an issue concerning not only this representation but the entire nation as well. During the past Congress, I congratulated President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat, Environment Secretary Roy Simatu, and all the agencies and key players in the successful rehabilitation and cleanup of Boracay Island despite numerous hurdles. It may no longer be our generation who will benefit from this, a beautiful legacy of a clean island paradise, but our children and grandchildren. Quoting the landmark case of Oposa versus Factoran in GR number 101083, the day would not be too far when all else would be lost, not only for the present generation, but also for those to come. Generations which stand to inherit nothing but parched earth incapable of sustaining life. Because of the staunch conviction of President Duterte, Mr. Speaker, there is now an uprising for the protection of the environment, not only in Boracay, but other equally resplendent places, including El Nido in Palawan and Panglao in Bohol, and recently, the Manila Bay. As the President said during his recent State of the Nation address, local government units in tourist destinations must take extra steps in enforcing laws for the protection of the environment. And as the President so bravely and strongly put it, those who clog the waterways and poison our waters have to make a choice, or the President will dismantle the building or burn it down so we can have environment-friendly situation. No less than the President recognizes the gravity of what we are standing against to protect the environment. But, Mr. Speaker, this feat does not end there. To protect and preserve our shores, there is also a need to immediately address the problem of unmitigated and unregulated construction of informal dwellings and communities beside bodies of waters. We must also give equal attention to these communities and not just the established resorts and tourist attractions. In fact, Mr. Speaker, most resorts, prior to commencement of business operations, obtain necessary environmental and business permits, which, as a prerequisite for granting, necessitates the installation of proper waste management systems compliant with pertinent environmental laws and regulations. The awarding of environmental and business permits is carefully scrutinized and reviewed by licensed professionals to ensure compliance with regulatory standards. In addition, these resorts pay taxes that fund environmental preservation, solid waste management, and other conservation projects. In their daily operations, resorts also clean shores for their guests to enjoy. and in the course of cleaning, more often than not, the trash they collect come from surrounding informal dwellers. Moreover, resorts provide job opportunities for their operations and for maintenance and cleaning of the environment. In contrast, Mr. Speaker, informal settlers do not obtain government permits nor follow any regulation in building their dwellings. The shanties are constructed without any regard for the building code or other local and national codes. The houses have no proper waste disposal systems and sewerage systems, forcing the dwellers to do their quote-unquote dirty business wherever nature calls, polluting the waters beneath and around the communities and consequently destroying the biodiversity of the shores and the seabeds. More often, it is the waste of the informal and unfettered dwellers, whether human excrements, plastic trash, and other debris or scrap, that pollute the bodies of water. As these residents do not obtain the necessary permits from their respective local governments, more often than not, garbage collection and proper sanitation is also not provided to them. While it is laudable to strictly regulate resorts and other tourist facilities, Mr. Speaker, failure to regulate the construction of informal dwellers will render the efforts to rehabilitate the environment inefficient and futile. It is also time to curb the growth of informal communities that contribute to the degradation of our environment. The national government, as well as the local governments, must unite in ensuring that these contributors to water pollution are abated. The President, in his SONA, tasked the Department of Interior and Local Government and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources in this drive to clean up the shores, and I support this move and reiterate the role of the DILG and the DENR to clean our shores from polluted seas to climate change is one of the biggest challenges of this generation. It is imperative that we address this with a 360-degree solution. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my dearest colleagues.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the Honorable Mayo Almario to the Committee on Rules. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved, and the privileged speech of the Honorable Almario is referred to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, with none other of our colleagues rising to avail of the privilege hour, I move that we terminate the privilege hour. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for suspension of session. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended.
Pinag-uusapan namin, dapat masama ka na dito. Dito ka. Siyempre yun, ang boss natin, ang original dyan, kailangan nandiyan tayo. Yung bunga, dapat. Alam mo si boss Rudy? Ayaw mo ito.
kahit kailangan kasama ka na. Hindi ako kawa. So sabi ko, boss, kunin ko na. Wala talagang binibigay ko. Diyan. Magantay na ito. Wala ka na. Eh, yung mga text ni Manong dyan, ni ano rin sa akin, boss Rudy. Siya na lang isusot na. As deputy speaker. Yes, masaya si Mike. Kailan darating? 10. Dating niya, mag-fellowship na. Oo naman. Take tayo. At sa inyo, one siya.
Alin? Doon tayo sa June.
Hindi, bulaw tayo. Si Ria, wag na natin sama kasi ano tayo, Deputy Majority Leader.
Nakasalitan, Jake.
Tapos si Pido, nanginig na ito yan. Kakape na ako, yung kape ko kinagano ko eh. Tapos habang hindi niya binibitawan yung salita niya. Si Karen, ganun yun. Pag si Pido na, ganyan ako pa. Yung kape ko hindi yung kinagalaw. Nasa head start siya kanina. Ngayon,
Ay, thank you, Tito.
Session resumes. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following as Deputy Majority Leaders: the Honorable Xavier Romualdo and the Honorable Josephine Lacson Noel. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect to the position of Assistant Majority Leader the following of our colleagues: the Honorable Claudine Bautista, the Honorable Marisa Andaya, the Honorable Christine Mihan, and the Honorable Precious Castelo. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved and the aforementioned members are so elected.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following as members of the House Electoral Tribunal: the Honorable Doy C. Liachon, Head of Contingent; the Honorable Vincent Garcia; the Honorable Resurrection Acop; and the Honorable Lawrence Fortune for the minority.
Is there any objection?
So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved and the aforementioned members are elected to the HREP.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following to the Committee on Ethics: as Chair, the Honorable Rosana Vergara; as Vice Chairs, the Honorable Cyril Abueg Zaldivar, the Honorable Florida Robes, and as Member, the Honorable Luisa Quaresma. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved and the said members are elected to the Ethics Committee.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following as members of the Committee on Public Order and Security: as Vice Chairpersons, the Honorable Adolf Edward Plaza, the Honorable Samir Abubakar Tan, the Honorable Jorge Bustos; as members, the Honorable Francisco Matugas, the Honorable Juni Cua, the Honorable Roel Gonzaga, the Honorable Rufino Biazon, the Honorable Wilton Co, the Honorable Fidel Nograles, the Honorable Maria Fe Abunda, the Honorable Rogelio Pacquiao, the Honorable Resurrection Acop, and the Honorable Luisa Quaresma. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved and the said members are elected to the said committee.
Mr. Chair, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following colleagues as members on the Committee on Games and Amusements: as Chair, the Honorable Eric Yap; as Vice Chairpersons, the Honorable Elpidio P.D. Barzaga Jr., the Honorable Roland Valeriano, the Honorable J.B. Bernos, the Honorable Ronnie Ong, the Honorable Jumel Espino, the Honorable Joy Tambunting, the Honorable Florencio Bem Noel, and the Honorable Rudy Kawagdan. And as members, the Honorable Abraham Tolentino, the Honorable Antonio Tonipet Albano, the Honorable Sandro Gonzales, the Honorable Claudine Diana Bautista, the Honorable Manuel E. Waikurat Zamora, the Honorable Lorna Taduran, the Honorable Allen Jesse Mangawang, the Honorable Jocelyn Tan, the Honorable Lorna Bautista Bandigan, the Honorable Juliet Ferrer, the Honorable Lorna Silverio, the Honorable Strike Revilla, the Honorable Toto Swansing, the Honorable Franz Chicoy Alvarez, the Honorable Tony Calixto, the Honorable Sunny Lagon, the Honorable Doy Liachon, the Honorable Rolando Uy, the Honorable Dale Malapitan, the Honorable Francisco Matugas, the Honorable Eric Olivares, the Honorable John Martin Nieto, the Honorable Maria Teresa Collantes, the Honorable Kiko Benitez, the Honorable Sandra Erigel, the Honorable John Flores, the Honorable Datu Ronnie Sinsuat, the Honorable Fidel Nograles, the Honorable Wilton Co, the Honorable Nonoy Defensor, and the Honorable Rudis Farinas. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved and the said members are elected to the said committee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect to the Committee on Mindanao Affairs the following: as Chair, the Honorable Khalid Dimaporo; as Vice Chairpersons, the Honorable Rohel Pacquiao, the Honorable Adolf Edward Plaza; and as members, the Honorable Rashidin Matba, the Honorable Diego T., and the Honorable Juliet Uy. So move, Mr.
Is
Speaker.
there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved and said members are elected into the said committee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following of our colleagues to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology. As Chair, the Honorable Victor Yap. As Vice Chairperson, the Honorable Carlito Marquez, the Honorable Joy Tambunting, and the Honorable Frederick Xiao. As members, the Honorable Faustino Ino D., the Honorable Alisa Sheena Tan, the Honorable Julian Baronda, the Honorable Strike Revilla, the Honorable Ronnie Ong, the Honorable Rufino Biason, the Honorable Alan Dujali, the Honorable Ramon Nolasco Jr., the Honorable Kiko Benitez, the Honorable Fidel Nograles, the Honorable Eric Olivares, the Honorable Wilton Co., the Honorable Joet Garcia, the Honorable Faustino Michael D., the Honorable Ian D., Honorable Aris Aumentado, the Honorable John Ray Tiangco, Honorable Manuel Lopez, and the Honorable Wesley Gatchalian. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved and said members are elected to the said committee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect the following of our colleagues to the Committee on Health. As Chair, the Honorable Helen Tan. As Vice Chair, the Honorable Alexi Tutor, the Honorable Elpidio Barzaga, and as members, the Honorable Resurrection Acop, the Honorable Faustino Michael D., the Honorable Cheryl Deloso, the Honorable Siriaco Gato, the Honorable Victor Yap, the Honorable Dalia Loyola, the Honorable Berneditas Ramos, the Honorable Elias Bulut Jr., the Honorable Marisa Andaya, the Honorable Gil Acosta Jr., the Honorable John Ray Tiangco, the Honorable Samantha Vargas Alfonso, the Honorable Leo Rafael Cueva, the Honorable Strike Revilla, the Honorable Diego T., the Honorable Janice Salimbangon, the Honorable Micaela Violago, the Honorable Juliet Uy, and the Honorable Rashidin Matba. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Said members are elected to the said committee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move that we elect to the Committee on Trade and Industry the following of our colleagues. As Chair, the Honorable Wesley Gatchalian. Vice Chair, the Honorable Camille Villar, the Honorable Franz Chicoy Alvarez, the Honorable Ria Vergara, the Honorable Manuel Zubiri, and as members, the Honorable Michael Duavit, the Honorable Christine Mihan, the Honorable Auris Aumentado, the Honorable Luis Campos, Honorable Manuel Sagarbaria, Honorable Manuel Lopez, Honorable Alan Reyes, Honorable Julian Baronda, Honorable Leo Rafael Cueva, Honorable Strike Revilla, Honorable Ray Tiangco, Honorable Juni Cua, the Honorable Elisa Co, the Honorable Eric Olivares, the Honorable Eric Martinez, the Honorable Joet Garcia, Honorable Francisco Matugas, Honorable Rohel Pacquiao, Honorable Toots Panotes, Honorable June Pabasa, Honorable Tony Calixto, Honorable Jumel Espino, Honorable Braden Biron, and the Honorable Mark Go. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Said members are elected to the said committee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect as members of Committee on Local Government, as Chair, the Honorable Noel Villanueva, as Vice Chairs, the Honorable Adolf Edibong Plaza, the Honorable Faustino Ino D., and the Honorable Angelo Barba. As members, Honorable Luisa Cuaresma, Honorable Wilfredo Caminero, Honorable Strike Revilla, Honorable Diego T., Honorable Juliet Uy, Honorable Vicente Veloso, Honorable Frederick Xiao, Honorable Ansarudin Adyong, Honorable David Suarez, Honorable Maximo Dalog Jr., Honorable Jeffrey Kong Hun, Honorable Lisandro Gonzalez, the Honorable Elisa Ko, the Honorable Angelica Amante, Honorable Nestor Fong Wan, Honorable Bong Suntay, Honorable Tony Calixto, the Honorable Rufino Biason, Honorable Ann Hoffer, the Honorable Dale Malapitan, Honorable Ramon Nolasco Jr., Honorable Khalid Dimaporo, Honorable Joet Garcia, Honorable Fidel Nograles, and the Honorable, pardon me. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Motion is approved and said members are elected to the Committee on Local Government.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect to the Committee on Metro Manila Development as its chair, the Honorable Manny Lopez. As vice chairs, the Honorable Roland Valeriano. As members, the Honorable Precious Castelo, the Honorable Alan Reyes, and the Honorable Wesley Gatchalian. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved and the said members are elected into the Committee on Metro Manila Development.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect to the Committee on Accounts as Vice Chairperson, the Honorable Divina Grace Yu. As members, the Honorable Juliet Ferrer, the Honorable Tony Pet Albano, the Honorable Roland Valeriano, the Honorable Horacio Swansing, Honorable Franz Chicoy Alvarez, Honorable Alisa Sheena Tan, Honorable Sunny Mangawang, Honorable Josal Fortuno, the Honorable Eliandro Madrona, the Honorable Rogelio Neil Roque, the Honorable Eduardo Gullas, the Honorable Raul Tupas, Honorable Joseph Bernos, and the Honorable Estrelita Swansing. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Said members are appointed to the Committee on Accounts.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect as members of the Committee on People's Participation as its chair, the Honorable Florida Robes. As vice chair, the Honorable Juliet Uy. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Said members are elected to the Committee on People's Participation.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect as members of the Committee on Revision of Laws as its chair, the Honorable Cheryl Deloso. As vice chairperson, the Honorable Ching Veloso. And as members, the Honorable Tyrone Agabas, the Honorable Cesar Jimenez, the Honorable Solomon Chungalao, the Honorable Alisa Shinatan, and the Honorable Juliet Uy. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. The said members are elected to the Committee on Revision of Laws.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to elect as members of the Committee on Basic Education the following colleagues. As chair, the Honorable Roman Romulo. As vice chairpersons, the Honorable Leo Rafael Cueva, the Honorable Eric Olivares, the Honorable Rosana Vergara, and the Honorable Jocelyn Fortuno. As members, Honorable Resurrection Acop, Honorable Narciso Bravo Jr., Honorable Alfelito Bascug, Honorable Luisa Cuaresma, Honorable Wilfredo Caminero, Honorable Vicente Deloso, Honorable Micaela Violago, the Honorable Juliet Uy, Honorable Elpidio Barzaga, the Honorable Janice Salimbangon, Honorable Fernando Cabredo, the Honorable Carl Cari, Honorable Juni Kua, the Honorable Lollipop Wano Dizon, the Honorable Cyril Abueg Zaldiver, the Honorable Rida Robes, Honorable Angelica Amante, Honorable Sandra Erigel, Honorable Gerardo Espina Jr., Honorable Marife Abunda, the Honorable Henry Villarica, the Honorable Carmelo Lasatin Jr., the Honorable Toots Panotes, the Honorable Jumel Espino, the Honorable Ramon Guico III, the Honorable Jose Tejada, the Honorable Alexi Tutor, the Honorable Maximo Dalog Jr., the Honorable Eugenio Barba, the Honorable Maria Lourdes Acosta Alba, the Honorable Rogelio Neil Roque, the Honorable Joseph J.B. Bernos, the Honorable Mark Go, the Honorable Braden Biron, Honorable Abdullah Dimaporo, Honorable Elias Bulut Jr., Honorable Alan Reyes, the Honorable Victor Yap, Honorable Lorna Bandigan, Honorable Peter Calderon, the Honorable Precious Castelo, Honorable Marisa Andaya, the Honorable Faustino Michael D., and the Honorable John Ray Tiangco. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. The said members are elected to the Committee on Basic Education.
Half of the minority.
Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, I move that we elect the following members as Deputy Minority Leaders under the Committee on Rules: the Honorable Shari Ann Tan and the Honorable Joseph Stephen Paduano. As Assistant Minority Leader, the Honorable Stella Luis Kimbo and the Honorable Arnold Joseph Kabatbat. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objections? Chair hears none. Said members are elected to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, we move to suspend.
Session suspended.
You've been missed.
I have been busy making my hairline go up. Well, racing tayo dyan.
Session resumes. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no other business to be transacted on the floor, I move that we adjourn session till August 5, Monday at 3 p.m. So move.
Session is adjourned until Monday.
Welcome to August.
Adlok sa imo pa rin.